Goddamn nigger, I can't believe you just did that.
Shut up!
You're lucky I'm nice so I won't do anything, but wow, you are so fucking incompetent and stupid,
okay, I get it,
LOL.
okay.
Don't worry, Pat. Richie drew a picture of the Prophet Muhammad with his address on the picture, and no crazy Muslims came to his house to murder him, so it's unlikely they'll bother you. Nice view of downtown Sydney, by the way.
Yeah, that's nice. Such a fucking asshole, dude. Oh my god. I have, like... I guess they figure streamers don't use these fucking video call apps, but holy fuck, that's just so stupid.
It turns me on when we argue.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh shit. All right.
So what happened?
Apparently, I opened Zoom. I didn't know it would open to... I didn't even see it. I just opened Zoom, then I clicked to the homepage, and 21st said some of our messages or something were visible, and your address was on it. Really sorry about that. I had no fucking idea if I opened Zoom, it would show a previous conversation.
Yeah, because the last time we were like booking your flights and stuff, so we had to give you that information. We did that on Zoom, I remember now. Well, I didn't remember that either, so I wouldn't have thought of that.
Well, you're not... it's probably not going to be a problem for too long anyway. Well, 21st is fucking with me.
Did he actually... Was the address actually there, though? Like, can you... I guess don't look at the messages now, but afterwards...
I don't know.
I did give you my address. I did give you my address for stuff when we were booking things.
He's saying it was, but I deleted the stream. I closed the stream right away and deleted it, but sorry about that. Dodo $9, did you get my links? Yeah, we already looked at it. I just deleted the stream. You might have been behind on the stream and didn't see it. Thanks for that donation, though, Dodo. All right. Well, fuck. Anyway.
Don't you have psychos following you?
Well.
Hopefully not in Australia. Have to move house.
Yeah, probably not in Australia. I'll be there to protect you, though.
Or you won't because you're in Canada.
Well, for the time I'm spending there.
Well, okay.
Maybe I'll
Yeah,
just
hopefully
beat up
soon.
a bunch of people while I'm there just so they get the message.
Yeah, at some point, one of them's meant to be annoying. So,
Yeah.
I have a protein shake in the fridge, so I have to get it in like half an hour. I just want it to cool.
Yeah, no problem.
So, yeah, when I get up, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, no problem.
I really
But,
hope no one weird saw my home address.
Probably not. 21st said
It was only on there for like a few seconds, right?
Yeah. 21st said he's not going to be a dick about it, but the stream is deleted.
Because when he said you doxed your girlfriend, I thought he meant something to do with like the title or something. I didn't know he meant like.
Yeah. Wait, he's.
Yes, nigga, the full address was there and I'm obviously not going to repeat it, but everyone saw it and hopefully Vince Potato wasn't recording
it's
your
out there now.
stream.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, people know where I live here. Like, my address got leaked too, so whatever. Nobody's ever actually bothered me and fucked with me anyway. At least not in person. I've had, like, prank calls and shit, but...
Yeah, it's don't people like leaving shit on my doorstep or like
yeah,
just doing annoying stuff. Anyway, hopefully no one cares. So
yeah.
Anyway, we'll see.
Yeah.
How are you?
Pretty good. I had a really good training session today. Knees are feeling better. Being able to push squats harder and shit.
So your knees are sore because of the surgery you had, right?
Yeah, the left one. I've had just knee issues in general. Like my right knee can get a little aggravated in the patellar tendon. But the left knee is the one that's the real problem knee. That one almost got amputated because of the coli infection.
Goodness. That's right, the E. coli infection.
Yeah. E. coli is a bitch. Try not to get an E. coli infection if you can help it. I didn't know.
I thought you get that from eating like meat or something. Is that not right? I think
this was before I was vegan, but it was from the surgery. There was dirty medical equipment that was used in the surgery. Yeah, I had patellar dislocations, and I got surgery to correct it. And the surgery was successful. It worked. But then 3 months later, there was like an infection encapsulated in like some like cyst or bursa or something. And it popped open a few months after. Then my knee swelled up like crazy. And then I went to the hospital 2 days later. And then I had like a super high fever. They did an aspiration on the knee where they like drew out fluid. And it was like this weird yellowy, like fucked up gross mixture that smelled. And then I had 2 more surgeries to flush out the infected fluid. And I was on IV antibiotics for 3 months. And then I had another 3 months.
Got to pay out for that if it was from dirty like medical utilities.
Well, my mom talked to some lawyers that deal with those sorts of medical malpractice cases, and the lawyer said because it happened like 3 months after the actual surgery, it's going to be way harder to actually prove that it was from the surgery. If it happened immediately after, that would be a different story. But because it's such a weird case, you're looking at spending like tens of thousands of dollars at least in litigation, and then there's no guarantee if they're going to be found guilty. So you could be out.
How did you know for sure then it was
from?
Huh? How did you know it was from the? How did you know it was from the utilities?
Well, it was pretty obvious. Like, I didn't have any infection anywhere else in my body. It wasn't systemic. It was only in the knee. And the way it happened too, I felt a pop in the knee. So
that's annoying.
Yeah. I probably should have sued the doctor that did the circumcision on me, because that was pretty fucked. I just didn't think about it at the time.
You've had so much stuff go wrong.
Yeah. Like at least I didn't lose my dick, but it was just a lot of pain and suffering.
Yeah, you poor thing. All right.
Yeah, it's okay. I actually like that I went through that.
Yeah.
It's
You
just
go through tough experiences sometimes.
well, yeah, you know, like your pain threshold increases. Feel like you can tolerate more. So it's kind of cool going through that. I wouldn't go back in time and not have my like the pain and everything.
Mm,
You ever had any
that's
surgeries?
fair. The only surgery I had was before braces that I told you about. And they found out when they did x-rays, because you always do x-rays before you get braces to see if anything's wrong. And it was, there was like a tooth sitting on top of my right tooth.
Mm-hmm.
So it was making it go, because you didn't know me before I had braces, but I had this front. It was really bad. I had
I
the
saw
front
you with
tooth that was
braces.
really without. Oh,
Oh,
no, yeah.
without.
But we hadn't spoken before, like any kind
Right.
of corrective like surgery. So we had to get that removed, obviously. So they had to make an incision, like go under, like lift up the lip and go under. And yeah, I had a very smart doctor do that for me. So that was the only real surgery I had. And then I got the braces, but it added like another $3,000 onto what's already like an expensive like procedure to get braces. But yeah, it was the best thing ever. I love having straight teeth. So yep,
Just don't
I
get
have no
the
regrets
Frank
there.
Tufano eye surgery.
Eye surgery?
Yeah,
What
just
eye
don't get the Frank
surgery?
Tufano eye surgery. To go
What
cross-eyed.
what eye surgery?
He had orbital decompression. So they basically removed parts of his like orbital tissue. And
Okay.
he had the idea that it would make him have like less sad, tired-looking eyes. And now he constantly has to like deliberately look forward, or else his eyes dart off in different directions, and he looks like a frog.
He seems to have made some very questionable life decisions.
Oh yeah, he's also $350,000 in credit card debt and probably climbing. He's getting sued for that. He's also getting sued by Paul Saladino for 2.8 million, and he already lost the lawsuit by default judgment. Now there's just a jury trial coming up that will assess the damages. Paul's asking for 2.8 million. The jury may very well award him that. Could even be more.
He just seems very confused all the time, like confused about his own life, confused about his own thoughts. It seems like kind of a miserable existence.
Yeah, he's really stupid. Genuinely, like one of the dumbest people I've ever come across. Just shockingly retarded.
What's the appeal of watching him? Because you like watch a lot of him. Like, is it just because it's like hilarious how bad
Yeah,
he is?
he's just like the best lolcow. Just his life is a fucking train wreck, and he thinks he knows everything, but he's just so stupid, and he just constantly fucks everything up.
Don't you find it depressing?
No, it's like he deserves it too. He's a fucking asshole.
I can only watch like a few seconds. I'm like, I just get it's like it bums me out that somebody is that way.
No, it's kind of like if somebody's road raging at you for no reason, cuts you off, screams at you in their car, then they drive off and then hit a fire hydrant. It's like, aha, fuck you, asshole.
Yeah, that's like a moment in time. This is like perpetually he's like this as a person.
Well, he fucking deserves it. Like, he made that meat business and everything, kills animals, fuck him.
I'm not saying not fuck him. I'm just saying like watching him, like I find it draining.
Well, you know, like sometimes you question some of your own life decisions, and then it's like, oh, well, you know, could have been a lot worse. I'm doing pretty well, all things considered.
He makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty hilarious. It is pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's funnier to watch you react to him than actually like watch him. Like, fuck, I would never just watch him
Yeah.
by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's your life going, though?
Yeah, it was good. I did my run today. I was gonna do 10, but I did 8K just to save some time, and that does save a bit of time. And you get the same, like almost the same feeling and almost the same workout. And then I did some like balance, flexibility, and strength training in the courtyard where there's a lot of space. So it's probably like 1 hour, 45 minutes all up.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
how long
then
my
here I
workout
am.
was. Usually they're around 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably a good amount.
Then I did
Sometimes
3
you do
hours
like 3 hour ones, I see.
30 minutes of cardio after.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
no, the weather's really nice here now, so
Yeah.
we work outside. It'll be good when you come here.
Yeah, it's warming up here too. We had a few cold days. It's like pretty cold in the morning. Like it's usually around like maybe 3-4 degrees, then it warms up to
Mhm.
like 10 or 15 in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Hmm.
Anything below 10 is getting a bit cold, but
Yeah.
anything above 10, you could just like rug up and it's
I'd be
fine.
pretty damn happy if it didn't go below 10 degrees here.
Yeah,
Maybe with global warming, we just have to make sure we stop the electric car revolution.
that revolution seems kind of silly, but I don't
Electric
know
cars
shit about
suck.
it. They just
Like they're
Yeah.
terrible. And it's not even necessarily the cars themselves. It's the charging infrastructure is fucking terrible. Like there's all these new cars coming out where they say, "Oh, it'll charge to 80% in only 30 minutes." There's like one charging station in the entire province that can facilitate that speed of charging. So it's like, okay, so you buy this like fancy fucking super expensive stupid electric car that you can't even use its features because the stupid charging infrastructure doesn't exist. They're also
Yeah.
terrible in the fucking winter. Literally halves your range. And these dealerships, they're not even trained to fix these fucking cars properly. The amount of fucking like, and especially with these higher like high voltage systems where the cars are getting like well above 300 volts. I think the highest now is 800 volts. They don't know what the fuck they're
Yeah.
doing. Like fuses will blow all the goddamn time, and then they don't actually fix it. They just put in a bigger fuse each time, and then the car literally just blows up, just catastrophic fucking damage because the fuse that's supposed to be there isn't there. They just put in a higher fuse, and it doesn't protect the like other electronics, and the car's just fucking totaled. And if it's not under warranty, you're just fucking screwed.
They're really popular now, the Teslas, but I don't know. I just like on a basic philosophical level, I don't think we should not do anything just because it's like bad for the environment. Like that's just not how I think. And we'll always find ways around these things. Like it's not like we should have to stop producing V8 engines or something like something fucking retarded what people are talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of
Yeah.
liberal wacko commie nonsense.
Yeah. We're gonna get a nice, fast ass, fucking 12-cylinder fucking car. And we
That'd be
can
cool.
race each other. We'll get 2. What's your dream
I'll
car?
get a bike.
You could have any car.
I don't know. Maybe like a Bugatti or something.
Yeah?
I don't remember. Not really
Shit.
like, yeah. Maybe Veyron, the Bugatti Veyrons.
Well, that's the old one. The Veyron's the old ass Bugatti. You definitely don't want a Veyron. They break down
Well, I
like
like them.
crazy.
I don't think I'll be doing anything to like break it down. Like, I think
No,
it'll
they
be
just
pretty-
break down on their own without you even really doing anything. You don't have to take it to the track. They just break down. I think the latest Bugattis, like the Bolide or something, they have better, like they're better for reliability, but the Veyrons were horrendous, like shockingly awful.
Maybe I'll get an Ariel Atom.
Yeah, that's the fucking car. That's my
I
dream
know that's
car.
your first. How much are there?
They're not too
Oh,
bad.
okay.
I think they're around
that's all
100K
right.
ish.
Yeah.
Like not hurt like
Okay,
and
I'll see it.
like for like they annihilate, you know, Ferraris and Lamborghinis and shit.
Yeah.
So for the price, you know, you're paying like at least half for you know, a car that can just annihilate a car that's way more expensive.
Yeah, I thought they were much more expensive than that.
Yeah, they've got Honda Civic engines in them. So
Really?
they're like they don't have a roof or doors. Like they're kind of impractical in that way. There's no storage, but
It's cool.
you know, like considering like stupid kind of supercar type shit, they're extremely reliable and practical. Like Honda Civic engine, really easy to work on. Everything's exposed, so you don't have to take off much bodywork and shit. So like they're great if you're kind of a normie sort of brokey. You know, if you want that kind of
Awesome.
performance.
Nothing lasts like a Honda Civic, as they say. I like the old Ford Mustangs as well.
Yeah, I'm not a big Mustang
Like the
fan.
old.
It's just there's a type of
It's just
person that
nostalgic.
buys the Mustangs, and they're kind of like trailer trash assholes or just ricer like fuckwits.
I don't care who buys them. I just care what I like.
Yeah, like I mean that's the right way to look at it, but they've gotten good. But
Mm.
yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't want to like be in a ricer fuckwit car and have people think a certain thing of me, especially when you're spending that kind of money for a car.
I don't know. I like them. I would get one. I like the 20. I like the Ram 1500s as well.
Yeah,
If I
yeah,
had
the
if I were to
trucks.
get a Ute, yeah, they're so nice, and
Yeah, truck would be
they're
pretty
about
handy.
100K. Yeah, and they have a huge boot like at the back, and then you can drop it down and like sit at the back. It's very comfortable. They're actually really good.
Well, don't you worry, baby. I got some lottery tickets, 38 million for the next draw. I'll be able to get any fucking truck you
Stop talking
want.
about the lottery. It's so fucking depressing.
Nah.
You can just create your own wealth. You don't have to win the lottery.
Well, I mean, 38 million all up front. I don't know. I'd have to
It's
get
like
pretty lucky. I don't think anybody's going to donate that to me.
it's a Vita mindset.
I
I want to win
can.
the lottery.
Well, somebody's got to fucking win. You know, if I can, $5 here and there for 38 million.
I know, but you always mention it.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like a family thing too. My grandparents were big into playing the lottery, so it's kind of, you
Oh,
know,
okay. Yeah, I'm just teasing. I don't actually
brings me
follow
back to
you.
some like childhood memories.
Hmm. I also in terms of use, I like the Toyota Hiluxes.
Toyota Hilux.
Yeah, I think they're cool. Like I just like practical and like it looks kind of badass. My brother used to have one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like how fucking expensive these new modern trucks are. They're crazy fucking
Mm.
stupid expensive.
Well, the
Um,
Rams are like 100K. That's not that bad.
yeah.
Like there's different depending on the model. There's different like prices. Obviously, there's more expensive ones, but the ones I've seen around, the ones I've seen are like about 100.
Do they make these anymore?
What?
The Hilux?
Well, I see them.
I'm only
I
seeing
see
used
them around.
listings.
I'm sure they make some of the models. Maybe not all that they used to make.
So we'll get you a Mustang. We'll get me Ariel Atom, and we'll get you a nice pickup truck.
And we can do road trips.
Yeah.
Canada has heaps of places to do road trips.
Yeah.
I love how outdoorsy Canada is. I want to go whitewater rafting. It looks hilarious.
I'm a little nervous about that.
We'll be fine. There's like hardly any chance anything will go wrong. Like you're more likely to die on the road. All these things people are scared of doing. Like you're literally so much more likely to die in a car or a bike. So if you're willing to do that, like you should be willing to go whitewater rafting.
Yeah, yeah. I'm willing to do that. Skydiving would be fun too. I'll be down
Yeah,
to do that.
we can. Yeah, we can do that when you're here
Yeah.
if you're up for it.
Oh, I'm up for it. I'm coming soon.
So soon at the end of the month.
Yeah. I'm going to see kangaroos. I'm really excited. I hope one punches me in the
Yeah.
face.
We'll go to Sydney. I don't think they can come up to you. Sydney Zoo. Catch the ferry to Sydney Zoo. It's like you go to Manly, the beach, and then walk to the zoo. Some people say zoos aren't vegan, but those animals have a way better life than like most people and like wild animals as well.
Well, they probably got a better life than most homeless people.
Yeah, like they probably don't have the space they want, but if you put them back in the wild, they're gonna die. So I don't think they have it that bad.
Yeah, kind of
Just be like a
depends.
person living in like a small apartment. That's probably not great, but it's still.
Yeah, I think it depends too. Like at the Toronto Zoo, they got rid of their elephants. They moved them to a
Mhm.
sanctuary. I think the elephants were not having a good time there. I've seen the polar bears get pretty upset too. but kind of depends.
Yeah, obviously I prefer sanctuaries, and I think we should just make sanctuaries for animals. But like some zoos aren't that bad. Obviously, like there's controversies with like the orcas because they have such small space, but some are better than others.
Oh, I'd burn SeaWorld to the fucking ground.
Yeah, SeaWorld was pretty bad, and orcas are so smart as well, even though they're predators. Yeah,
I like the story of that orca that killed like 4 trainers.
I told you about that.
Yeah.
Tilikum.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my LinkedIn cover photo. Tilikum. So he
If I was
like
an orca, I'd kill the fucking trainers. Chew them up.
just so intentional.
Yeah.
And the third trainer, what was her name? Dion, someone. Yeah, he like dragged her underwater and then like scalped her, bit her arm. That was a third trainer as well. It's like after the second one, wouldn't you think like my camera? Oh, it's got some red on it. Wouldn't you think maybe this isn't a good idea?
Yeah.
Like at some point, like after the first
after
one,
the
second one.
you'd think, okay, this is like a pattern. You know, like the first, okay,
Yeah.
maybe it's a fluke. He had a bad day. The second, by the third time, you just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, about like the animal or the trainers because you're making
Yeah.
too much money off the orcas. Like, yeah, Tilikum. Orcas are so fucking smart. Like they act in ways that people say they're actually like making contracts with each other and have more sophisticated agreements. I
You
really
know,
like
if it's
orcas.
okay for the orcas to kill the trainers, why can't I? They're not putting the fucking orca in jail.
Well, some people do. Did
Yeah.
you see about Wayne and Gary on that beagle? Like they saved a bunch of beagles and now they're closing down that testing station. There's like 25 dogs that are going to be rehomed, and it's cool because Wayne like broke property and like took the doors down and stuff, and his charges are getting dropped. So I think like
right.
the amount of the amount of bad PR they got was enough to just drop it and release the dogs. It's so unnecessary, most testing, in my view.
Well, all of it. Animal
Yeah.
testing is completely irrelevant at this point.
Yeah, and even if it was helpful, it's not. I still wouldn't support it.
Yeah.
If it's not worth the
Nowhere
rights
near
violation.
helpful enough.
Yeah, it's got to be really fucking helpful. Like you
You have to,
creating a
like,
fucking heaven on
discover
earth, everybody.
immortality or something.
Yeah, and they're not doing that. It's like
Yeah.
mildly better treatments.
Yeah. Well, and it's literally a coin flip with animal testing. Whether a treatment is actually going to apply to humans, it's literally 50-50. So you might as well just try the treatment on a human being.
Yeah, like a pedophile or something. Or voluntary people, ideally.
Yeah.
A lot of people would subject themselves to that for the right amount of money.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they can't just do that. It's just fucking gay. Yeah, but I've seen a lot of those animal rights trials, and the ones that Wayne is being with. I don't know why the fuck they even bother charging them. Like, the jury, to begin with, is going to be extraordinarily sympathetic to animal rescuers. So there's not really any good realistic prospect of conviction in the first place.
Well, maybe
and
that's
on
why they
top of
dropped it, because they knew it just looked so bad.
Well, yeah. Yeah, a lot of those get dropped. And even when they do go to trial and like they do the jury selection and it goes all the way through trial, they still get off. Because the jury just says no. Like, what do they expect?
Yeah, that whole system's kind of dumb, like jury. Yeah, I'm sure like Bob down the road knows what's up. It's just meant to be like common decency of like the everyday community type of people. That's the rationale. It's like, do they understand the legal principles and stuff?
I think overall it's kind of better that there's a system like that because, especially for animal rights, if you have a bunch of like, fucking 50-year-old judges that eat meat and don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if it was like Japan, Japan doesn't have jury trials. They just have a panel of judges. I think they use like
it's good to have normies sometimes.
So yeah, like the normie kind of wisdom can pull through with some cases. I'd definitely be worried if my life was in a jury's hands. because I do not come across as the most sympathetic person. And
With
like,
the right lawyer, anything is possible.
yeah, you've got
They
to
can make you
defend me.
sympathetic. I could definitely make you sympathetic.
Your Honor, he was justified in burning down that building filled with children.
Stop turning down. Is that the first example you use of anything? Burn down an orphanage for you, great.
Well, it was just to prevent you from dying, okay? You're more important
Like
than
in
the
The Last of
300
Us.
kids.
Well, you don't know that. One might be able to cure what the fuck ever cancer.
Nah, kids are fucking stupid.
And not.
They're all using AI to, like, you know, pass their fucking tests and shit. Like, they're all fucking retarded.
Some of them are. But that doesn't mean they're not smart because they use AI.
Maybe I'll just burn down a black school in a black neighborhood. Then you know. Ain't none of those kids.
Why would that be
curing
better
cancer.
than the not black school?
Have you seen the like mostly black schools?
I think they have some serious cultural problems. I don't know how to address it.
I've got to send you. I
Why
think I
is it
sent it
like-
to Isaac once. There was a school in California that was all black, and they had this retarded idea of having their lessons be rap based. So they literally showed some of the curriculum where it was like a history class, and they had George Washington as a cartoon rapping, so that these black kids would learn about history, because, like, I'm sure it's white people who had the idea. Black kids like the rap music, maybe they'll listen if the school's the rap music. And then they spent $300,000 on that, and they still, like, performed way below the national average.
Well, technically, I'm not against like rap music and American history. Like Hamilton's a very good musical, and that's rapped, but it took 8 years to make, and by a very smart
Well, I'm talking about like
playwright.
actual class lessons.
Oh, okay. That's
So
a
like
bit weird. Yeah.
rather than just going through a history lesson of, okay, this is how America was founded, you know, with like George Washington and the founding fathers.
Yeah.
They create a rap song where George Washington as a cartoon character is like doing some stupid rap. I got to send you the video. It's hilarious. But they spent over $250,000 on that whole curriculum and lesson plan. And then they're still retarded and they don't learn shit.
So what is it? Like, is it cultural? Is it genetic? Is like, why do they underperform so much more than other
It's got to
groups?
be cultural. I think there's just neighborhoods of people that are just like, you know, retarded. Like you can go to a trailer park somewhere where, you know, it's all white people, but they're like fucktards. None of them have a high school education. Like a lot of them are addicted to meth. So it's just like the community of people there.
Yeah, we don't have that much of that in Australia. Like, I mean, there's trailer park trash somewhere, but I don't see it very often. And you got to go really, really remote to
I've
find
definitely
something like that.
seen what is it? I don't know if they're like Aboriginal reserves. Is that what you call them?
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely seen
Yeah.
Aboriginal reserves that are like pretty fucktarded. Same here. Like if you go to certain reserves in Canada, basically everyone's a trailer trash idiot, and they're all alcoholics. So, you know,
Yeah, it's just like the average Australian person is fine, like perfectly fine, whether they went to university or not, whether they completed high school or not, in the metropolitan areas, like the suburbs and the main city areas. But like other groups are not like the average person, not another group. So that's kind of what I judge it on, you know, because you can find idiots in every like corner. But like when you look at the average person, like walking down the street or something, it's just like way better to deal with.
yeah,
than
I
a
think
local.
just for whatever reason, you just end up having communities of just dumbasses
Idiots.
that collect together.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just grateful to be away from that where I live.
Yeah. I live
Very
in a
grateful.
very white neighborhood.
Please,
whiter
well.
than any neighborhood I've been in. When I lived in Guelph, it was mostly white, but there was a lot of
Mhm.
meth addicts and shit downtown. It was actually getting pretty crazy when Isaac was living down there. Like at night, he just hear screaming and like women calling for help, and then like crack addicts just incomprehensibly rambling and screaming.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a donut shop downtown where they had vegan donuts, and I'd go there sometimes. And some of the meth addicts, they have a sweet tooth, right? So they'd
Mhm.
like find change on the ground, and then they'd spend some of their money on donuts, and they're just totally fucking cracked. They can't even form a sentence.
Yeah. And then it's like they say it's the problem is education, but then I don't know. I don't believe that
No,
because
it's a
some of them get
more
educated.
systemic issue. It's like it's the parents fundamentally. Like if you have good parents and you live in a shitty area, your kids are gonna do better. So it's just like, bad parents raise dumbass kids, and then the dumbass kids never learn how to use a condom or get a vasectomy or anything, then they have more dumbass kids.
Yeah, but my parents weren't great, and I don't know, that way. And we grew up like pretty poor as well. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
sure, well,
Have you
like,
read The Bell Curve or heard of The
yeah,
Bell Curve?
I haven't read it. I'm sure there's a genetic basis for some of this stuff, but, like, I don't know. Have you seen some people's parents? Because, like, your parents might have been pretty bad, but, like, there are other people's parents that are, like, absolute train wrecks.
Mm.
I remember there was a girl at my school in grade 7. Her name was Flame, and they named her Flame because I think a day or two after she was born, her apartment burned down. So they named her
Oh,
Flame. She
that
invited
seems like
me.
a very cruel nickname.
Yeah, well, no, it's her legal name, literally Flame.
Oh,
That was her legal
okay.
name. Um, she she invited me to her birthday party in the 7th grade. She lived in this shithole rat fuck apartment, and like she had an older brother there who I think was like in his mid 20s, who was still living with her in
Mm.
her, like, and it's this tiny apartment. He was like rolling up a fucking joint of weed. Like I saw him on the stairwell. And I go up to her apartment. They don't have beds. They literally just have a stack of blankets on the floor. And she's sharing this room with 6 other siblings. And it's a 1-bedroom fucking apartment. And her parents sleep in the fucking living room on this fold out couch. And
Wow.
it's like dirty as shit. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Was there other people there or just you?
Well, her mom. I saw her mom. I don't even know if she was living with her dad. But I saw her mom there. Like it was the most fucked shit ass like apartment building I've ever seen.
Mm,
Just weirdos walking around too.
mm.
Like and like again, she's sharing a 1-bedroom apartment with 6 kids and at least her mom. I don't know if her dad was there, but yeah, I saw where her mom slept. It's this like fold out couch in the living room. And like these, like, why the fuck are you living in this shithole apartment? You're broke and then you have 6 fucking kids.
Yeah, I don't understand why people with not much money have any kids at all. It
They're
just
just insane.
seems
Like
really,
they're
yeah,
just
and they're really
totally
stupid.
delusional cracked people who they don't know, like they're not responsible people, and they don't know how to make smart decisions, and then they just pass
Mm,
on that nonsense to their kids.
yeah. But when you say pass on, do you mean like teach their kids? Or do you mean like genetically?
Well, there may very well be a genetic component to it. Like, especially as I've gotten older, I see more of myself in my mom and my dad. And like,
Hmm.
especially my dad, I didn't really grow up with my dad. I didn't spend much time with him. There's a lot that I have in common with my dad, even though I really didn't spend much time with him. He has a very similar kind of idea as me. Is like he doesn't like working for anybody else. He ended up like creating his own businesses and stuff. I was
Hmm.
a lot the same way, where I kind of just wanted to make my own living and not have to
Hmm.
answer to anybody else, and I could always set up my own like schedule. The way like I think and argue and reason, it's very similar to him. Um, and like I'm sure there's a genetic component to it, and I also see a lot of my mom in me too. Like my mom is very like, you see how I argue. I don't take shit. I call people dumbasses. Like she's the same way. Um,
Yeah, I like your mom.
yeah, so I'm sure there's a genetic component to it. But like if you're raised in a fucking retarded shithole where you're sharing like you know, like you don't even have a bed, there's just blankets sprawled out on the floor, and you're sharing a room with six other people, it kind of sets standards for like what you're gonna, you know, achieve in life, sort of like, oh, this is normal.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're growing up like that, you're more likely to like see that as, okay, well, this is like the bare minimum that I expect. And you know, there are people who just are only really after the bare minimum or the average or whatever seems normal to them, and then when they grow up, oh, it's normal not to graduate high school. Oh, it's normal to like apply for welfare. Oh, it's normal to like sell weed or crack, you know? Oh, it's normal to be
Yeah.
in a shithole fucking apartment with like roaches and crap like that. So I think if
Yeah.
you like, I think if you do grow up in a shittier home, it kind of sets you up mentally to like accept that. Whereas if you grew up in a fairly nice home, like if you actually grew up in a house and like things were
Mm.
fairly clean, neat, and you had your own room, you're going to be more motivated. Oh, I have to make enough money to like afford a house. Or if I can't afford a house, like at least my own apartment. And like the apartment has to be pretty
Mm.
clean and nice in a like decent neighborhood. And you're probably going to be more motivated to finish school, like get an actual job and shit. So I think that's part
And
of
there's
it.
just like exceptional individuals that just excel no matter what.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
with this is everything I think about with these situations seems to imply like genetics plays a stronger role than people will say, because you could have two people that are raised in the same environment and one turns out to be a serial killer and the other turns out to be like, I don't know, a judge or something, and like nothing explains that except what you're naturally just predispositioned to with your genes and like how you think, whatever. So someone in the chat asked if I'm an anti-natalist. Can I answer? Because that's
Yeah.
like an interesting. I used to be, but I'm not, because I realized it was just this really retarded philosophy that didn't make any sense. The biggest claim they make is like, I guess people want to be anti-natalist because they think it reduces suffering by not bringing people into the world. But there's no evidence that that is actually the case, because you'll just have nature and wild animal suffering. So like I feel like that's the strongest argument against anti-natalism. It doesn't really
You'd have to go
achieve
full
what it
ethyllist
says
like
it does.
Amendum for it to make sense.
Yeah, like everything's wiped out.
Yeah.
But then that just those values are so far away from my own. Like I wouldn't agree on like a normative level, because I don't think suffering is the only thing that matters. Like I don't think reducing suffering is the only thing
Yeah.
that matters. So I'd never agree with like altruism and stuff. Like I think well-being matters, rights matter, and all these other things. So overall, anti-natalism just seems like very, very retarded, and there's
Yeah.
no like a priori argument for it. Yeah,
I
because if you
think
don't,
there's
no,
yeah, like I think there's fundamental issues with the argument that it's wrong to bring life into the world because there's suffering. Like you can ask this of
yeah,
yourself, like, okay, would you rather have not existed? Most people are going to say, no, I'd rather exist. So if
yeah,
it's the case that most people want to exist despite suffering, then I don't really see that as a moral issue if they'd prefer to live anyway.
yeah.
And again, 99% of the fucking time, well, all the time, these people who say they'd rather not exist, well, they could make that choice for themselves and they don't. So clearly they do want to exist.
No, but
Did you
like
see
that's
that
not
debate I
strawman.
had, the
That's
whole
not
Toyota Corolla thing?
no.
The guy tried to argue with me that he didn't know how to end his own life. That's why he didn't do it. And I
It's
asked
pretty
him, "Do you
simple.
live in the United States?" And he said, "Yeah." So you can go to a gun shop and get a shotgun. And he said,
Got no
"Yeah,
excuse if you live in the States.
yeah,
Though,
no
like,
excuse."
so, like, let's not straw man like the anti-nationalist views. Like, so they say there's the distinction between ending your own life and like the argument for having your rights violated because you were brought into the world. Like, that doesn't equal you have to end your own life. You know what I mean? Like, they're kind of saying it's
Well,
different.
again,
But now they have an interest in living because they were.
the claim is they would have rather not existed. You could make that choice at any fucking point for yourself. There's plenty of tall buildings. If you live in the States, you can just go to your local gun shop. Plenty of ways to, like, again, make that decision for yourself, but they don't.
Yeah,
So I think they're just full of shit.
I know. I'm not anti-nationalist, but I don't think like there's a difference between saying your rights were violated because you were brought into existence and you didn't want to be, and then I don't think that necessarily entails like you have to end your life now because you wish you weren't born. Like, they're different things, right?
Technically, but again, if they're going to make the argument that they'd be better off dead or not alive, they can make that choice. So I just don't buy it.
But that's not.
And the guy that I was
argument is
debating
about-
specifically, like, he said he'd rather be dead. And then I asked
Okay,
him
well,
if
he
he'd
said
rather
that.
be dead. Like, it's pretty easy to figure
But, like,
out.
the actual anti-nationalist argument is about preventing the creation of life,
Yeah.
not about saying like those that are alive now have to kill themselves. Like, that's what they're not.
But
Like, they're not saying that. They get
The logical extension of that is, would you rather be alive or dead? And 99 times out of 100, like, these people say, well, yeah, I'd rather be alive. So then, like, the whole thing about like existence being so horrible that it's better that people just never exist in the first place, it logically leads to, you know, the question of, okay, is life so bad for you that you'd be willing to just, like, kill yourself or end it or something? And then 99 times out of 100, they say, well, no, I'd rather live. So if that's the case, if, like, everyone you ask, even under, like, pretty horrible circumstances, like, there are Holocaust survivors who
Yeah.
will tell you, "Yeah, well, no, I wouldn't trade my life experience for, like, never existing." If
but
that's
then
the
they say like
case,
that's not the argument for like creating new life. Just
well,
because,
like
we're
again,
alive
if
now.
that's the viewpoint of most people who've come into existence, that they'd rather be alive, then the whole question of it's more moral to never exist ends up being, like, a little retarded, since people seem to appreciate living.
Yeah, I know, it's like very contradictory.
Yeah.
I don't really buy it either, but
From the, like, the whole political aspect of it too, like, it's just retarded. You're never going to convince a mass amount of people that, like, you just wipe out the entire country, don't breed, you know, create huge economic issues where there's no, like, working population anymore, or, like, force 80-year-olds to, like, you know, keep farming, keep trucking, just so that, like, their daily life can continue until it all ends. Like, it's just never going to happen. And even if you do, well, now there's other nations that won't adopt those beliefs, like, you know, radical Islamists or something. And then you're just left with a world where, okay, the United States is gone, Europe is gone. The leading superpowers now are, you know, the fucking Taliban.
yeah, consequentially, it's like the most retarded thing ever.
It's not a political view that leads to any kind of success that they'd want.
I can't imagine having that mindset where you disvalue or don't care about like pleasure or like achievement or any kind of, you know, any kind of happiness so much where you would adopt a worldview like that. Because to even be an anti-nationalist, you have to have a certain set of like values. So I just can't resonate with that anymore. And like once like that became clear to me that was their values, like there was no way I could be an anti-nationalist because there's other things that matter besides just like no suffering, nothingness. It's the most veto male retarded philosophy ever.
I like
then I had
guns
anti-nationalist friends
and cars and video games and butts. Like, it's just great. There's a lot to enjoy.
Yeah. So maybe it's just like their individual mindset as well. I remember Sam Harris debating like David Bettner, whoever the fuck like wrote that famous anti-natalist book, and he pressed him on like a lot of the issues, and I didn't think Battener like gave proper arguments back. They weren't convincing anyway. Like anything's convincing if you have those set of values, then it's like, it makes sense to just kill yourself. Like, so yeah, but overall I don't like agree with it on a normative level or like on a consequential level, and then you look at the actual claims and it doesn't go through. So,
and just as a political strategy, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Like at least apholism makes sense where, okay, all you have to do is, get control of the world's nuclear stockpiles and then end it all. And like that's another issue with antinatalism. They only focus on like human beings. So they're saying it's wrong to like bring life into the world. Okay, well, what are you going to do about all the animals that breed, right? So like that's why apholism makes more sense. But they haven't created a solution for, animal suffering. So now you're just going to be left with a world, assuming everyone just agrees to not have kids, with wild animals, and there's just going to be more suffering than there was before. So you've created an even bigger problem.
Yeah, there's no end goal. Like there's no utopia or like creation of like a more perfect world. Very unambitious. Fucking hate it. I'm gonna grab my protein shakes. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. I'll just reply to some donos.
Okay. Wait, how come you pause them?
Well, because we're talking.
Oh, okay.
Like it reads out aloud, a lot of them, so.
Okay.
Dodo donated $2.
Rally on a beautiful day in Washington, D.C., where we were out with workers who were calling for support for workers' rights, immigrant communities saying support our immigrants. We were saying no ICE.
This is just a communist rally. Like, it's just nonsense. According to Code Pink, they only need $2 billion to fix this. The homelessness, yeah. San Francisco, yep. This is what commie liberalism gets you. What a utopia. Yeah, that's right. Let people do drugs in the streets. Don't lock up criminals. Let petty crime run rampant. Yeah, this is what you get. That's the liberal commie paradise.
Why is it white English girls that are getting groomed? Why were Muslim girls not getting groomed?
I don't know.
Because the Muslims don't see the white girls as human beings. I've already seen him debate that exact topic.
But it shouldn't be happening in a country.
No. But the question is that.
Yeah, so we already know. Oh wow. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, they're playing. Oh, those are good kitty friends. Oh my god, that was good. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Dodo donators apparently go woke, go rich now is the slogan. Mass layoffs, 85% of views to audience last year. I don't know if that's accurate. I think they got some of the funding pulled from the billionaires. There's literally fracking oil billionaires that were running the Daily Wire and just giving them money. So some of the collapse of the Daily Wire, that may just have to do with the lack of billionaires just giving him money.
We just landed in Caracas.
It's the people I'm saying I'm smart in the chat.
Oh, yeah?
That makes me happy. Yeah.
You are smart.
Welcome to Venezuela.
At least for a girl.
And the fire department came to say hello also.
Largely U.S. officials here have really works for the United States and for the Trump administration. We went with the White House delegation to Miraflores, to the National Palace. But, it's important to remember that 4 months ago, the U.S. military...
Yeah, well, I'll look at the other links you gave me in a bit, Dodo. Thanks for the donation, though. He was giving me some stuff on Code Pink and some of the shit that's going on in Venezuela.
We can react to stuff. I just didn't want to react to like a really long video or like those weird 80s videos.
Sure.
But if Dodo is sending you stuff, we can react to it. Like you don't have to pause the donations for me. Fine.
Okay. Let me just read this first. Actually, yeah, let's I think this fucking app is a little stupid when it comes to sharing screens, but screen. I think this shares the whole screen. You can see this, right?
Yeah. And I've got the actual YouTube video open to look at, so I can see that as well.
Okay. Hassan explains why he didn't endorse Kamala Harris to Donnie O'Sullivan. I didn't endorse Kamala Harris. 2024 told people not to vote for Donald Trump. Good reason for that. I knew full well that Donald Trump was going to be worse. Then why didn't you like? Oh, jeez.
Essentially, last night speaking in
I like Trump. I don't know
Pennsylvania,
what he's talking about.
talking about how essentially what you're doing here is what should happen in primaries, right? That you are having a fight within the party. You're pushing for the objectives of your side, and then what normally happens is people come together for the general party politics. Political parties do.
Yeah.
We didn't see you do that in 2024 with Harris.
I can't hear anything, by the way, but I can see.
The first time ever.
Oh crap.
I
Can you hear that?
didn't endorse Kamala Harris in 2024. I told people not to vote for Donald Trump. I told people that the Green Party vote would have been a waste in general. But I never went the full step of full-throated endorsement of Kamala Harris.
So he's literally saying just don't vote. Well, what's that gonna fucking lead to? Like, this guy is a retard. Like, it just blows my mind. This dude's a fucking millionaire. Just makes ridiculous amounts of fucking money, and people take him seriously when he says such stupid shit.
And there was a good reason for that. I think genocide is a fairly understandable red line. I knew full well that Donald Trump was going to be worse than Kamala Harris.
This is like if we're back in, you know, the 1930s, and it's like, okay, we could either vote in the Nazi party or vote in a party that's better than the Nazis, but they still hate Jews. Who should we vote for? Vote for nobody. Like, make it more likely that Hitler wins. Like, just retarded.
And I, of course, always communicated
I don't see the Democrats
to my audience and to anyone who would listen. I even communicated that to the Democratic Party as well on the issue of immigration.
Well, yeah, like, we're assuming this is, like, within his framework that the Democrats are better than Trump, but they're both bad. So it's like, why wouldn't you vote for the less bad party? Like, somebody's gonna win.
Like, yeah, there's like GOP corruption. Shit, sorry. There's like GOP corruption and stuff, and like he does dodgy things, but overall, like he's getting shit done. Why can't people see that? Like, he's really pro-Israel. He won't like tolerate like Islamic.
Well,
whatever.
I mean, like the point I'm making is this guy is insane. Even if we agree with his basic framework, Republicans really bad, Democrats bad. And there's no other viable parties to vote for. He's like, why even bother voting for Greens? One of these two are going to win, but don't vote for any of them because they're both bad. Well, somebody's going to win. So why wouldn't you want the less bad party to win and tell people to vote for the less bad party?
They just want to sound smart. Honestly, that's what it is. And like different. And like they're not buying into the two-party system. But so many people do it, and they don't offer what the alternative is. They're just doing it for like to look cool. That's honestly what I think.
Yeah, I guess.
When I see that.
Holy fuck, though! Retardation has mass market appeal. Like, I need to hit my head. Yeah. Like, I feel like if I hit my head hard enough with a hammer, I'd like wake up a fucking millionaire. Like, if I just became stupid enough.
That's what this brain rot stuff is. Like, it doesn't actually appeal to intelligent people. It's just appealing to like people that want to like look cool or want to be like edgy or something like that. They don't actually care about improving the situation or working with the cards they have.
Yeah.
That's why it's
When I was at the DNC, I kept urging the Democrats to be more responsive. I kept urging the Democrats to communicate the dangers of Trump's anti-immigrant agenda, and they didn't listen to me. Instead, they leaned into the right-wing sentiment. They conceded on this unbelievably violent, this hysterical framework that undocumented migrants were responsible for a national security issue. And I kept...
Mass immigration is a national security issue. Like, it... You know, what's hilarious is, who's that fucking Somalian bitch in Congress? Fuck. There was accusations that... Yeah, Ilhan Omar. She says all the same stupid shit that Hassan Piker says, where it's like, oh, undocumented immigrants aren't a big deal, whatever. We need them to, like, pick fucking strawberries in the field because Americans won't do it. They only improve our nation. Like, let's not lock down our borders. She literally came out and said Somalia needs stronger border control because a bunch of immigrants are coming in and overtaking the population. And they're going to soon become a majority. Deported. Oh, yeah. She should be fucking deported.
Like, I think she's like very anti-American and just going against all their values. And yeah, she should just not be there.
Yeah.
I think what she's doing is like illegal or should be considered illegal.
Yeah.
Telling Democrats that wasn't true, that there was no data, and the data itself was actually showing a very different reality. And that if they don't tell the American citizens what mass deportations actually look like, then they're going to end up voting for it.
There's no mass deportations.
Especially if you are conceding on the underlying hysterics that is associated with the necessity for mass deportation.
Hassan is just such a fuckwit. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Dodo gave me some other links.
Cryptographic protocols are trying to take information which has structure and make it look indistinguishable from randomness. Yeah. And neural networks are trying to take things which look like random, protein sequences, DNA, garbled text, and extract higher level structure from it. So they have similar high level mechanisms, but they're actually kind of trying to do the opposite things.
If you just randomly initialize a neural network, actually, maybe it's a reasonable cipher as well, because like the random initialization is going to jumble stuff in a complicated way. The thing that makes it interpretable is the gradient descent. So you can differentiate a neural network and get a meaningful derivative. One of the biggest attacks against cryptographic ciphers is also to differentiate the cipher. This is called differential cryptanalysis. Basically what it says is that if you take a small difference of the input, it's quite difficult to make the difference of the output be small. Like the whole job of a well-designed cipher is to make the difference in output.
I don't know what any of that fucking is. He sends me the shit.
Talking about the neural network, the AI. I think he's talking about the way neural networks work and how it spits out stuff. And then one small difference can make a big difference or something.
Zoran Mamdani. Last night, Israeli forces intercepted and boarded a humanitarian aid flotilla bound for Gaza in international waters off the coast of Greece, unlawfully detaining more than 175 people, including several New Yorkers. My team has been in direct contact with the state, federal partners as we work to confirm the whereabouts and conditions of these New Yorkers. There's a brazen violation of international law. They're literally not allowed to go there. So, like, fuck Zoran Mamdani, dude. That fucking pussy can't even bench 135. Dude, just give me a
Is this
minute.
an anti-Israel thing?
Yeah,
Or
just give me a minute in the ring with this fucking dipshit. What a fucking cunt.
It's so funny how hard they're trying with the anti-Israel propaganda.
Yeah.
I really am not convinced that's the majority opinion for like most Western.
You know his
normies.
wife was cheering on the October 7th attack.
Deport.
Like, they're fucking scum.
Yeah.
Like, I wish Jews were kind of more radical like Muslims. Like, attack the mayor. Eric Trump is threatening to sue anyone who talks about the story. Trump's son takes stake in Kazan. Yeah, Kazan Miner that won $1.6 billion US contract.
I find like the whole discussion around like Jewish power really irritating because like they assume Jews have it and then they just like make the arguments based on that. And then like Jews and people that want to defend that get offended. And no one like says, well, like they do have a bit of power and they are like in powerful places, but like why is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Like that argument is never had. Because like I would concede they do have, like especially in the academic institutions, that's what I'm familiar with, quite a say because they give so much money. But like you have to show that that's bad. Like it's overwhelmingly good because their values are good. But like they don't want to say that either because it's like, oh, we're admitting there's like Jewish power. It's like, why don't you just fucking own it? And there is, and it's good.
Yeah, we're fucking better than you. Might be bad at sports, but we're fucking smarter, so eat shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exactly it. Yeah, they all know that as well. Like they
Yeah.
know they're smart and powerful, but they don't want to like give off an image or something.
Yeah.
It's quite funny.
Can you and Pat 2v1 debate Destiny? I mean, in theory we could. Like hypothetically we could. Whether or not Destiny would actually do it is a totally different story.
Did you see the Mockler clip yesterday? Oh, with Scott Jennings?
I fucking hate Adam Mockler. Want to just like
You
again,
talk to
just
him
give
quite
me
a bit, Destiny.
just give me 1 minute in the ring with this fucking piece of shit.
Dude. We all know that Scott Jennings is more than happy to defend a war with a country that starts with the letters IRA that we are currently failing, that is going to put us trillions and trillions of dollars more in debt. I was only a few years old while you were in the administration defending prior endless.
This is
Let's
so
debate Destiny.
fucking-
I think that'd be hilarious.
There's so much wrong with this. So one, I don't know how he's comparing Iran to the Iraq War. Two, he's not actually making a case for why it's a bad idea to invade Iran. Like, if this guy is uninterested in spending money on wars, well, okay, starving China of fucking oil and military allies, that kind of makes it a little harder for them to invade Taiwan, right? Which we know they're planning to do. So if this delays or completely prevents a Taiwan invasion, which would prevent us from going to war with China, wouldn't that be a longer, more difficult, drawn-out, expensive fucking war that's going to cost far more fucking lives? Oh, so I guess you're in favor of the Iran war now, are you? Like, what? Like, this guy's such a fucking pussy.
Wars. Now this...
Like, look at this little beta male bitch fucking face. Like... I wish I could have bullied this kid in fucking high school. Just swirlied him to death.
War is failing.
I hate, like,
Okay.
You know how people say like, oh, we're spending too much money on wars and like no one actually cares. They're just like,
Yeah.
they don't like the people that are losing. They don't like the people that are winning at the wars. And that's all
Yeah.
it's about. When you look at how federal budget is spent in America, like it's not the number one thing that they're spending money on. Like if they give money aid to Israel and whatnot, it's pretty
Yeah.
small compared to what they actually spend their money on. So it's just all like prejudice and hatred towards whoever they don't like.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, how like the only way this is even affecting him is just gas prices. So it's
They're already
like
expensive.
this guy is not going to get fucking drafted. He's not going to be able to pass basic fucking training because he's an out of shape, overweight fucking twat. He's probably out of the age range at this point for even being drafted. It's like in no way is any of this impacting him at all. It's not impacting most Americans at all. And the only thing that they can really fucking say is, oh, it's putting service members at risk. They chose to be service members. It's their fucking job. Like, especially when you're asking Marines or anything higher. So like SEALs, Green Berets, shit like that. Fuck yeah, fucking Trump is letting us kill motherfuckers. Like that's their whole attitude. So whoopee fucking diddly do. People whose job it is to go to war are going to war. Oh my god, travesty.
Okay, you said it was going to be 4 to 6 weeks. Wait a minute.
What?
And they like it. Like they like
Yeah.
killing people. Like that's what they like. That's why they're in the army.
Who wouldn't want to shoot somebody?
Of a net?
Homie, I debated you on TV 4 to 6 weeks ago and you said we were weeks away from it. Now you're making condescending remarks because you can't defend the fact that this war is not going your way. Wait, one more time.
Not
Can you
going your
name
way?
one political
Get your
concession.
fucking hand out of my
Name
face.
one political
Hey,
concession.
honestly, I'm not gonna.
He knew he f***ed up too.
Okay.
He got so triggered!
You can respond to the points that he's.
Destiny's a fucking retard.
He
Like,
is.
my god, I debated Destiny on the Iran war thing, and then he tried to divert the topic back to fucking Venezuela a few times. And then when I made the like sound argument, like, look, this just prevents a war with Iran. It starves
Can you name a
China
political
of
concession
oil
that
and
would-
all this shit. He didn't say shit. He was quiet the whole fucking time.
Then he doesn't stop! No, he doesn't stop! Scott Jennings is like some 60-year-old whatever. Adam Mockler is like on recess right now and has to get back to.
He's based on Israel, though. What can you clarify his views for me? I know he's based on Israel for the most part.
For the most part, he's gotten more and more
classical liberal.
sympathetic with the Palestinian bullshit, and it's just fucking retarded. Like he's saying, Israel's gonna have to make concessions. Look at every fucking time they've tried to make concessions with these land for peace deals. Oh, Antifada, like. So winners don't make concessions. Winners fucking set the rules. So like, go fuck yourself. They can fucking learn to stop their fucking jihadist bullshit, or else they'll get blown the fuck up.
He was really pro-Israel. That's a shame. I remember he was like out there.
It's grifting. It's grifting.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it is.
I wouldn't be surprised if my reduction in viewership lately has something to do with my support for Israel to some extent. There's a bunch of creators who've talked about it too, that support for Israel has like ruined some of their analytics, and a lot of these pro-Palestine fucktards, like Young Turks, more popular than ever because of all their anti-Israel bullshit. Same with Candace Owens. Again, meteoric rise. Yeah, I know. But meteoric rise after she started talking shit about Israel. So I think it's just grifting. Like Destiny probably sees his analytics.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, and it's not worth it. It's just fucking stupid. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo. Even now donated $3. I just need to confirm that you have told her about Joey. She needs to know that you are in love with him. Viva Now has a cat named Joey, and I am in love with Joey, just so you know.
That cat's pretty cute. I've seen it on your stream.
Yeah. So Pat doesn't mind. Joey's not going to interfere with our love. We can both love Joey. Thanks for the donation.
Joey can be friends with Gum.
Yeah. Beta Gooner donated $3. How do I get a vegan girlfriend? I've been following Richard's example. I've been posting pictures of myself in my underwear all over the apps and social media, but all the girls just laugh at me and call me pee-pee small. What should I do? I guess go on steroids, do some jelking, and that should help. Thanks for the donation, Beta Gooner. I am indeed Somalian. Donated $2. Is Pat short for Patrick or Patagonia? Also, video of the broken belt squat. I think it's still fine to use, but the gym has it taped off. Oh, it's a plastic roller. Okay, yeah. So one of the rollers broke. I don't think you can use that because it's not gonna travel properly across the upright. But yeah, it's the roller that broke. It's kind of weird that it was that one. But yeah, just the roller broke. Thanks for the donation, though. I am indeed Somalian. Dodo donated $3. Hey VG, why do you fear gorillas so much?
Hey VG, why do you?
They truly are gentle giants that wouldn't hurt a fly. I would rather be in a dark alley with a gorilla than a bully breed like a pit bull.
Oh no, that can be very aggressive.
Or a Doberman any day. No, gorillas are very aggressive and territorial, and they'll fuck you up. I'd feel much more comfortable with a pit bull. Yeah, gorilla escaping from the zoo versus some random dog. I'd rather deal with a random dog. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo. Dodo donated $2. Do you think he's a doctor in this one, too? Okay, post is unavailable.
This is episode 6 of I'm Still Vegan series, where I'll be spotlighting non-vegan restaurants that have great vegan options. Today we're at Tutto, which is an Italian spot with a considerable bunch of vegan options. They also make their pasta from scratch, which we love. We started strong with an iced vanilla latte with oat milk, followed by the appetizers. We had the balloon focaccia that was incredibly tasty, airy, and crispy, and we dipped it in a balsamic olive oil mixture. So yummy. Then we had the broccolini topped with chili oil and garlic breadcrumbs. Delicious. Then onto the pastas, we tried the arrabbiata, which was tangy from the tomatoes, a little spicy, and full of flavor as well. You could really taste the garlic and the basil in there too. Mushroom.
You know,
I'm gonna make pasta later.
I don't like going to a restaurant and buying pasta because it's like $3 and then they'll charge you like $30 for it, you know?
Yeah, depends on the restaurant, how good the pasta is gonna be.
It's pasta. You fucking boil it, you know? Pasta's pasta. It's they might
Depends how
have
good
nice
I've eaten.
tomato sauce or something, but it's like okay, it's pasta and tomato sauce. I can make that myself, and it's pretty good. They might be a little better, but like a 10x markup for fucking pasta. I never get pasta at a restaurant.
From Aglio-Olio
I
had
think
really
it's
like
just a total scam. Can you still see the screen?
Yeah,
a
I'm
milder
watching
flavor in
Girly Pasta.
comparison, but I still really like the fact that it was not overly garlicky and the mushrooms were still really juicy. Then on to the last pasta. It was my first time trying assassina, which is spaghetti burnt in tomato and chili. It's supposed to have that smoky flavor with a crispy texture. It was also pretty
Yum.
chewy in my opinion, and you get
It's
full
good.
fast with this one, so I'd recommend sharing this. Enjoy and follow for
Yeah, I'm
I get
not big into pasta at restaurants. Like, yeah, pasta's nice, but
We are one
just seems like rip off basically. The ingredients are just so fucking cheap.
week into the high-profile
versus
trial between
OpenAI.
Elon Musk and OpenAI. Here's where things stand. Elon Musk, the world's
yeah, I'm interested in
richest
this.
man, was a co-founder of OpenAI. He and the now CEO Sam Altman were friends a decade ago, and both
For one to
Such an
actually
interesting-
side
I
with
love
Elon
it.
Musk on this, I'm pretty sure the OpenAI guy's a lying dipshit.
were in the Oakland
I don't know,
courthouse
I
this
think they
week
both
as
have
we
a
started
good,
to get
like,
two
argument.
sides
They're probably both full of shit, but I feel like Sam Altman's probably more full of shit.
to this story. At the
Well,
heart
like,
of this
so what
case
happened was Sam Altman received $100 million from him when he first started. And then he promised that he would keep like OpenAI nonprofit and all this like virtuous stuff. And now he signed all these deals with Microsoft, and Elon Musk is claiming like breach of whatever agreement. And so it's like a very interesting legal question, like is turning your company for profit with Microsoft a breach of whatever, and like how much does he need to adhere to that?
whether Altman
So I
betrayed
can see both.
OpenAI's
Yeah.
founding
I think the reason Musk is salty about it is because he got kind of pushed out of the company.
promise to build the company as a nonprofit.
Yeah, but it's happened to him
quote, for
before,
the
and he hasn't. I think he's just very competitive. Like he sees that ChatGPT is doing really well, and
Yeah.
he won't admit that. But he's like, when I read his history and his biography, he's like a super competitive, and he'll literally like sabotage other companies, like in the legal kind of sense, within legal boundaries. But he's not
Yeah.
above doing that. So I think he doesn't like how well it's done, and it also feels a bit betrayed because he gave them a bit of cash, up front.
benefit of all humanity. Musk accuses Altman and President Greg Brockman of tricking him using his funding and prestige to build an $800 billion company they now allegedly profit from personally. The lawsuit has been whittled down to two claims: breach of charitable trust and unjust enrichment. Here's what we heard inside the courtroom. Musk on the stand this week claimed that they stole a charity and said its current structure with a lucrative for-profit and multi-billion-dollar investment from Microsoft violate that original mission. He also took credit for building OpenAI from the ground up, saying that he could have started a for-profit company but chose not to. Quote, I came up with the idea, the name, recruited the key people, taught them everything I know, and provided all of the initial funding. Musk said safety was paramount in those early days, telling the court he wanted OpenAI to make society look more like Star Trek than the Terminator. Google was also a central player in this case. Musk said the reason OpenAI exists is because Google was dominating the AI space after acquiring DeepMind. He said he was motivated by his perception that Larry Page, Google's co-founder, was not concerned about AI safety. Page, according to Musk, accused him of being too pro-human, also known as speciesist. Musk pointed to one moment as the turning point when
term to
OpenAI
use.
removed its internal profit caps and then accepted a $10 billion investment from Microsoft. That, Musk says, is when they, quote, stole the charity. Things in court got combative. Musk accused the opposing counsel of lying and misleading the jury. William Savitt, the lawyer for OpenAI, repeatedly told Musk to just answer the simple yes or no questions. Musk fired back with, your questions are not simple, they're designed to trick me. OpenAI has tried to poke holes in Musk's narrative. Their defense boils down to Musk's attempts to control the AI company. Altman's lawyers argue that Musk knew about and at times supported a for-profit structure and is now using the courts to attack a rival while building his own competing AI company, xAI. Musk is seeking $134 billion in damages, which he says he'll donate to the OpenAI charity if he wins. He wants Altman and Brockman removed from leadership. Plus, he's seeking to unwind OpenAI's recent restructuring. All of these moves could throw a wrench in the company's highly anticipated IPO. The trial has an advisory jury, which means Judge Gonzalez Rogers will make the final call on both liability and remedies. Still to come, we are expecting to hear from Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, and some key early OpenAI employees over the next 2 weeks.
Fascinating.
I have a
don't think Musk is gonna win.
funny feeling it's going to go in OpenAI's way.
Yeah, like I don't know how much control he can have over someone like after
Yeah.
years and years of developing a company, and he's obviously just a bit salty about it.
Yeah.
I like that Sam Altman donated $30 million to Lab Meat, to this Cambridge group, and he's vegetarian as well and mostly vegan.
Dodo donated $3. I mean, how can you fear a creature as precious as this? Well, that's a baby. The adults are kind of huge and monstrous, especially male gorillas.
Cute.
The
they're pretty
male
cool.
gorillas are just like insane. Yeah, the female gorillas and the babies are like a lot more timid. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo. You know, female gorillas twerk in front of male gorillas to get their attention. Pretty
Yeah, I think
funny.
I've read that.
Dodo, donate $3. Hell, I would rather be in a dark alleyway with a gorilla than a Muslim any day. Well, got a point there. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. 21st donated $3. Pretty sure your reduction in viewership is not due to your views on Israel, which you've had for like 3 years now. It's more likely because you're boring and play the same game 10 times in a row and you're just boring in general and don't make videos. I'm sure that's also part of it. But
Oh no, it's not. He's just being a troll. Stop it.
how the fuck does this shit work?
You are not boring, and he obviously doesn't think that since he gives all his money and time to you. So I don't know. I'm saying that.
How do you go back to? Oh wait. Oh, that.
I have to go
makes
to tissue
the
real
video
quick. I'll be back in
bigger.
a second. Rich.
Okay, sure. I'm actually gonna take a piss too. I'll be right back too.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'll be right back. Just gonna go pee pee.
Well, I think this stream's going well. I don't know about other people. Maybe I'll read some comments while Richard's gone. Notice how 21st hasn't been trolling Pat. He doesn't want to hurt her feelings. I don't know if that's it. I felt like he was gone for a while. The only thing I'm afraid of is if VG gets angry because they disagree with each other. He never gets angry at me, and if he does, we just debate and fight about it. It's fine. All adults. Are you guys dating? Yes, we are. Who's Indian lady? I'm not Indian. I'm Seychelles. I was born in the Seychelles. She's a lawyer, I think. Yep. I am. These earlier comments. Hugo needs to be sent straight up to the boss, Destiny. I wouldn't say he's a boss. Find him kind of irritating. Do you believe moral truth exists? It's not a challenge, just asking your opinion. Moral truth in the meta-ethical sense. I'm a moral anti-realist, so I think morality is about preferences. So I don't think moral truth exists in that whatever objective sense realists are trying to say. I don't actually think it's a coherent concept. So it's not even like I believe in it. I don't actually think like realism is coherent. So there's that. Depends on what you mean by truth.
Realism makes no
Us
sense.
as reading. Yeah, it's just not coherent. So it's not even like I don't agree with it. It's like you're not putting forward something coherent. So I can't even engage with it.
Like, what do they even define morality as? Like, if it's real. Like if something's real, it has some kind of substance to it, right? Like, so it's like, does it exist somewhere? Can I smell it, taste it, eat it, break it? So like when you're talking about moral preferences being real, is there like such thing as taste realism? Like, is there a real taste? Does it exist somewhere? Like, it's weird. It makes no sense. And usually moral realists are just gay fucking retards.
Yeah, it's not a smart thing to believe. What's actually annoying is like in the literature, like the actual academic literature, the anti-realists call them out and say this doesn't make sense. But then they don't say morality is about preferences. So it's like they're scared as well to say morality. Like everyone's just scared of saying things are about preferences, and that's the real problem. No one's actually pointed it out. I probably will at some point, but it's like, yeah, you got it right. So what is morality then? They're just vague as about it. Yeah, they're scared. I don't know why people are scared of that. But.
And like, you'd think you'd kind of rather it be preference based, because if it's not, it could be retarded shit. Like raping kids could be a moral truth that's good. Do you want to live in a world where raping kids is good?
I know. I love being God. It just means you're the God of your morality.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. It's super empowering.
Yeah. And if you lift weights, get jacked, and you know how to use guns, then you can force your will on other people. That much easier.
Or just guns is necessary for that.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you're dealing with libtards, it's not like they're armed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dodo donated $2. Let me just screen share again.
Just a slow.
Oh my god. Fucking Zora.
Hate this guy. Fuck.
I hate him so goddamn much.
It is a practice of solidarity.
The mayor clearly in his element here. The rally started at around 3 o'clock, the largest of several rallies and protests across the city on May Day, otherwise known as the International Day of Worker Solidarity. So yes, it's celebrated.
Oh yes, the commie proletariat.
Worldwide. They've been loud but peaceful. The only arrest we are aware of took place in an act of civil disobedience when demonstrators chained themselves together and blocked the entrance to the stock exchange. About 100 others marched south down Fifth Avenue to the Midtown offices.
Gay, 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 beta male, gay.
Of Amazon. Now, a major theme in this year's rallies.
Gay, gay,
Some kind of
gay,
way.
gay.
Bill is income inequality, and several speakers have repeated calls from Mayor Mamdani and others to tax New York's wealthiest residents and corporations. Demonstrators.
What does that fucking say?
Amazon
delivers ICE poverty war surveillance. What the fuck?
No, they deliver you nice shirts. That's what you should say.
Huh? Yeah. Clearly they're not that bad if they make me look sexy as fuck.
Corporations. Demonstrators told me that they believe momentum is with them.
I feel that corporations, the billionaires, and also employers have been taking advantage of us, and this is our day to prove to them that we do as a union have
Maybe you'd get a raise if you didn't have corn niblets for teeth.
power.
The only way we can have fairness in this country is by redistributing wealth, by taxing
Gay.
the rich.
Oh boy. Oh, things would be so much better if you took money away from some guy who makes more money than me and then wasted it in some bullshit public program. Fucking retards.
It's just not the world I grew up in, like really.
Yeah.
I grew up in the 90s and things were just awesome. And you don't realize how good it was. And then looking back, you're like, fuck, that was a way better time in terms of like culture.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you want to watch long video with Pat, but for later if you want. Let me see. Yeah, I'll probably watch that later.
This video shows a car spinning in.
Yeah, I'll watch those later. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Yeah, a
I'll
lot
probably
of that,
hang out for another half an hour or so. Is that all right?
Yeah, no problem.
So I'll leave at 1, so it's 12:30.
What's interesting is if you look at old Simpsons cartoons from even back in the 80s, they were very aware of the weird, crazy, like, commie, feminist kind of nut jobs. Like, I never encountered them or heard of them, but the Simpsons creators seem to be very well aware of them. They made a lot of jokes referencing those people, even like back, as early as the 80s.
Yeah, I think it was just the trajectory progressives were going if you were like in politics at the time or like really, really into like cultural patterns. And like after women achieved rights and the civil rights movement happened, it's like, what more is there? And people still carrying on. So a lot of people would have just been like, well, we've achieved it now. What are you still crying about?
That whole movement was from the very beginning just communist training, That's the whole start of feminism. It was a communist psyop that was primarily pushed by the Soviet Union. So that was their whole job. They were trying to infiltrate universities in particular to train communist revolutionaries. That's why it's progressed to this point. It's not just, what do we do from here? It's like, no, this is what they were trained to do this entire fucking time.
Well, I mean, I still support the movement, at least the first and second wave, and then the third wave got a bit crazy.
Women should have never been given any rights. No right to vote, no right to work. They should have just been chained up, not even allowed to wear clothes, just shackles. Life would be much better like that. Let's see.
I'm going to take that as a preference.
Psychopath donated $2.
Richard,
yeah, we're not watching that. Jackass.
What was it?
Oh, I'll tell you later. Think you can
exercise
figure out what it
judgment?
is.
Some sexing, I don't know.
No.
If you think it's inappropriate, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me after. It's fine.
Let's see. Dodo donated $3. That's not true. The males are not insane. Fun fact, if a female with a baby happens to die and the baby lives, the silverback of the group will take it in and raise it. Freaking precious. Yeah, they'll still beat your ass. So I'd feel a lot more comfortable encountering a random pit bull than a random fucking gorilla. I think especially, like, if you're male and big, like, the male gorilla will probably see you as a threat, whereas if you're a small female, the gorilla might not fuck with you. Like, that's why Jane Goodall can always hang around, like, gorillas and chimpanzees with no problem. But, yeah, I think if a gorilla saw me, they'd probably want to, like, you know, face off or something. Maybe I'd think I'm a gorilla. Maybe I'm not dark enough and hairy enough, though.
Someone said Pat thinks he's half joking, but he's half being truthful. Richard going to run another one away.
Is that a problem, though?
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Women can be pretty annoying, though, so I sympathize.
Oh.
Hello, Pat. You're gorgeous. Aw.
She is
Thanks.
gorgeous. I love my cat. I'm going to pet Pat. I'm actually going to pet you on camera. I'm going to make sure I do that. Petting Pat.
Pat Gum Gum, and you can pet Pat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pet Gum Gum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, soon Pat and Gum Gum will be in my bed, and I can pet them both at the same time. What's your favorite animal?
I really like Siberian tigers, and I really like giant pandas, and I think rabbits are really cute as well. But I think I've had to pick one, it'd be a tiger. And I think I told you before, I love how they are so calculated, and some tigers have murdered people, like people consider it first-degree murder because it's so calculated and planned out. Yeah. What about you?
Tigers and jaguars are really cool. I like a lot of cats.
Yeah.
Like, you know, domesticated cats, tigers. I think of all the big wild cats, I think jaguars would probably be my favorite.
Yeah, jaguars are pretty. Snow leopard or something.
They dive into water and hunt crocodiles. Like, they're so fucking badass.
That's cool.
Yeah. There's a video where a jaguar sees a crocodile just swimming around, and he's like on a tree, just jumps, dives in, grabs the crocodile by the neck, just swims up, and then just drags the crocodile to eat him. So jaguars are.
We got to find a way to help the predators.
Yeah, genetically engineer them or something.
Yeah, change the way they are. I'll give them toys or something that's gonna give the same feeling of murder.
Yeah, I don't know if we could rocket raccoon, you know, animals in general, so that they're more they have sapience. I still gotta watch that third Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Apparently it had a big animal rights message in it.
I've never seen that series, but I've heard it's okay.
Yeah, I heard the third one was really good. Still haven't seen it.
Oh, the Galaxy. That was a series, right? Like a young adult series.
It's the Marvel movies, Guardians of the Galaxy. It's based on the comic book series.
Yeah, the comic book series. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
maybe we
Rocket
can watch
Raccoon's
that.
cool. He's
we
genetically and cybernetically enhanced raccoon.
That's what we need to do with animals. Genetically engineer them. Especially the ones in the ocean where like life is just perpetually fucked.
Yeah, I don't know if it would be a good idea to give them sapience and human intelligence. That'd be kind of interesting. Could
I
have
think it'd be a good
like a
idea, and they could
Zootopia kind
learn
of
something.
situation going on.
Yeah. Engineering paradise. Paradise engineering, that's what they call it.
Dude,
That's the ultimate goal.
furries would lose their fucking minds.
Furries.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure those freaks.
Yeah,
would.
because then you could properly communicate. There's like a
Well-
good argument for like skipping childhood, apparently. Like
Doing what?
dependence. Like transhumanists make this argument that it's if we can engineer people to completely skip infancy and childhood, like in terms of intellect and even growth, like we should, because like there's no argument for being dependent on someone if you don't have to be. So it's in their interest actually to skip like childhood. I'm like, my childhood was pretty fun, but I can kind of see that the logic behind it. If we can, why would you?
Like if I
just
could
for
go
your
back,
own like.
I don't think I'd want to skip my childhood necessarily. I'd want like some of the wisdom that I have now as a child, but wouldn't necessarily want to skip childhood. I think it's kind of
More like-
I think some of the situations you're in where you're kind of vulnerable can be good for you to learn like sympathy for those
Yeah.
who are vulnerable. Like if you've ever gotten picked on by your parents or mistreated in some way,
Mhm.
can teach you a good lesson. But I guess you could impart that wisdom on somebody, like using technology or something.
Yeah, that or like sometimes it's debated where they should cut it off. Like some people just think like infancy is just useless. Like what's the point in being like this drooling? Like what
Yeah.
the fuck? You know, it's more the parents that get something out of that by being nurturing, I guess. But that's the selfish reason.
Mhm.
So yeah, it can cut off at different points. Maybe like I don't know, 7 or something, 7 years old or not.
Yeah, and I
But
mean,
generally
with
speaking, I
robots and shit,
understand what I
you
mean.
could just
Yeah, and how do you know your childhood won't be better if you had more intellect? Like, you know, we only know what we know because that's what we've experienced, but it could be like amazingly better if we knew how to do all these other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like we could just have baby robots or something. Somebody really wanted to take care of a baby or some shit.
To fulfill that urge.
Yeah. 21st donated $3. Who was that lady's voice I heard play on video for 2 seconds before you stopped it? I think you're very fucking well aware. Also, Richard, would you be mad at Isaac if he dated one of your question mark? I'm not even mentioning it. I'd be disappointed in him. Very disappointed. We know which one in particular I'm referring to. Would you kick him out? Yeah, you know, I think I would.
Hang on, what's the question? If he dated one of your exes?
Yeah, exes. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
I
sure.
think I would. Thanks for the donation.
Isaac's really smart, so I think he's got
He'd
very
never make a mistake like that.
Yeah,
Dodo
he's a
Donate
pretty
Tillers, I
smart
love
guy.
great apes like orangutans and gorillas, especially the latter. Gorillas, in my eyes, are the most misunderstood animal in the world. I like
Wow, he really likes
orangutans.
gorillas.
I like orangutans. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind gorillas. Like, it's just the silverback gorillas. They're just so fucking huge. And they can literally rip your arm off. And
It's like any animal,
they're-
though. If you're with it from when they were little, you can become friends with them.
I
No
don't
matter how
like.
fierce they are.
They're.
Yeah.
I guess gorillas aren't as unhinged as chimpanzees, but
Yeah, they're nuts.
like they're still animals, you know? So like with a human being, you can actually directly communicate and you know what you're doing to like piss it off. whereas like animals are kind of more unpredictable and you don't quite know what they're thinking or planning. And even with human beings, like how many fucking stories have you heard of like some dude just having like some weird psychotic break, doesn't tell anybody about it, and then one day kills his entire family, or shoots up a school or something. So, yeah, I just don't like I just don't like how, you know, gorillas are just so ridiculously strong and then they can just rip you to pieces at any moment. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo. Like orangutans are strong too, but they seem a lot more peaceful. Have you seen the orangutan that can drive a go-kart?
No, but I know
Or
they
the
can do
golf
really
cart?
smart things.
Yeah.
I've seen like similar videos.
Yeah, there's also an orangutan. They do like funny people stuff. There was a guy who was wearing a jacket, and the orangutan liked the guy's jacket and asked to wear it. And like he was tugging on it, and the guy just took his jacket off, and then the orangutan literally swung it
Aw.
over and started wearing it.
That's really
Yeah, it was
cute.
really cool. Yeah.
Someone asked
So-
if we're going to play Pragmata. I was actually interested in that game just because of all the dumb controversy around it. It was really
Yeah.
fun to play it. But I don't have a proper, like my laptop is so full and I can't install more things because I need to get that thing that makes your internal drive bigger. Once I do, maybe we can play some games. The Pragmata game
laptop
does
you
look
got?
pretty good. It's a Dell XPS 2019. It's pretty good. It's a bit old now.
I don't know if you could play Pragmata on that. If it's from 2019.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it might be a bit old.
Yeah.
But once I get
that's-
Isaac's computer, we can play.
Yeah. Or better. Could just build you a supercomputer. Get a
Isaac built a
RTX
really good
5090.
computer. Don't insult his skills. He's really proud of it. I really want his
Well, it's not that he's bad at building PCs. I'm just saying he's not rich, so he doesn't like have a 5090 in his PC.
I don't need a 5090 in my PC, and I like the specific.
You
things
don't
that you
need
can do.
it, but you want it.
I don't. I want Isaac's one.
I'm telling you,
He's a
you
tech
want
nerd.
the 5090.
You just don't want me to have his computer.
No, you can have his computer.
All right then.
You know, you can look at all the naked photos of Isaac that he has on his computer and all that. I don't mind.
That's
But,
a weird thing to say.
Well, I'm better than him, so what do I have to worry about?
Stop being jealous of his computer.
I'm not jealous of his
He's good at
computer.
stuff.
I'm just
You
saying.
are.
I'm just saying, if we can afford it, just build you a better PC. Yeah,
Ooh.
Isaac, what's up? You're getting the bass guitar? You gonna practice?
There's just this song that my friend made, and I just really want to make it.
Hi, Isaac.
Oh, okay. Pat says hi.
Hello, Pat.
You want to come say hi?
Now he's just walking upstairs.
Oh.
VG, can't you upgrade Isaac's computer hat to have a 5090? Well, I'm not made of money right now. I mean, in the future, I can get a Pat PC with 5090. Yeah. You're what? You're gonna sell Pat your computer?
Oh, I thought it was something else about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like really honored that he offered me. I think I was the first person he asked.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Yeah, he has a good PC. I'd like to play some games with you. Be cool doing some co-op games on stream or something.
Yeah, once I'm there and I have his computer and stuff, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's equipped to play Pragmata.
I really want
Yeah,
you
looks
to like move in now. Is there any way we can do that now?
Probably not.
Don't want to have to wait like another
But
year.
soon. It's not a year. Oh, actually, yeah, it is. 'cause it's
Yeah.
not. So I'll be there in September, so it's a bit
I wish I could like hibernate.
like a bear.
Yeah, just go into cryostasis and then just wake up when you're here.
Isaac came down to keep VG in check and stop him from talking shit. It felt that way. I was like, oh, hey, Isaac's here.
He's just grabbing his bass.
Yeah, no, I'll be there soon. And we'll yeah, I'll play some games, play Sailor Moon.
Because the strings on that are rusted and fucked.
Hmm. Andy's grabbing streams.
So Isaac, to come say hi. He's still there.
You want to say hi?
Isaac.
You want to say hi?
I'll just say hi verbally.
Okay.
Okay, he's
right.
doing stuff. All right.
Can you ask Isaac to make programming videos? I don't know if he's interested in that. He's really busy, you know, doing coding all day with his own projects.
Yeah. He's working on heaps of different projects. I think he probably will make some programming adjacent ones at least. But he's doing a bunch of shit at the moment.
Yeah, I think most people just aren't interested in programming, so... have you seen the new Resident Evil movie trailer?
No, is it good?
It's made by the same
Leon in
director
it?
who
Is Ada in
made
it?
Weapons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have very specific interest in movie tastes. I don't know.
yeah, like it doesn't follow the Resident Evil games closely at all. It's just like some random dude, but it's happening in the same like world as Resident Evil. So I think it takes place during the second and third game, but it's totally different kind of a story. Oh, you're muted. Can't hear you.
How's that? Better?
Right now.
I don't know why it jumps off my microphone and goes on something else. Annoying. I was saying I'm going to take my mum to see the new Michael Jackson movie. She loves Michael Jackson. So
Heard it wasn't that great.
Oh, did you see it?
No, I heard it wasn't that great.
Always going off other people's. I haven't even seen it.
I
Michael
haven't seen a
Jackson.
movie in theaters in a long time. It's been like 4 or 5 years now.
What was the last movie I saw? I got to really be invested. Michael Jackson, 2026. It's got 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb. It's probably like, you know, satisfactory, good enough for like my mom to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson is a weird
dope.
guy. The fucking stupid thing. People still ask me whether or not he molested kids. It's like the stupidest fucking bullshit. I don't know how the hell that's
You should
still a
read those
controversy.
court transcripts in the second trial, the 2005 one. It's so bad on the defense's side.
Yeah.
Like I think you would really like it if you like looked through some of the inconsistencies, and yeah, it's hilarious. Like
The problem is not a single kid when they're on the stand ever said they were molested.
no, and like you know the guys from Leaving Neverland, Wade
Yeah.
Robson, the main guy making the claims now that he was harassed or assaulted or whatever. He was the first one they used in his defense in the 2005 trial, and they used him because he was the strongest defender of his character, and it was obviously he was telling the truth, and he's saying like, no, we're just friends, and Michael likes younger kids because he didn't have a childhood, and like that was how strong giving testimony he was.
Yeah.
And then now he's making this claim now, like it's so stupid.
Like, look, there's kids like Macaulay Culkin who slept in Michael's bed, hung out with him at Neverland Ranch. Like, everyone who was ever there just said, like, nothing happened. Like, it's weird. Like, adults don't do that, but, like, when you hear the explanation with how fucked up his childhood is and, like, how
It's not
retarded
that
he was, like, okay, like, now it makes sense when you put it into that
Mm.
context.
I don't know if you saw Macaulay Culkin's interview with, I think it was Larry, one of those old shows, and he like was really, really convincing. He was just like nothing happened, and like when people say we slept in his bedroom, it's not like a normal person's bedroom. It's like a massive, like it's still like a mini.
It's like 8
apartment,
king-size
like we're
beds,
sleeping
yeah.
with. Yeah, it's so stupid, and yeah, I don't think he did anything weird. I think he's just a weird guy because of his childhood.
Yeah.
I think he's stupid though, like
he
especially
is.
after the first legal problem he had with Geordie. Like he became friends with this kid, and then the father made these allegations against him, and then the second one happened in 2005 where this family made similar allegations. But after the first one happened, and his lawyer said to him, "Stop having kids over and stop being weird," and he still didn't do it. He's like, "I shouldn't have to because I'm not doing anything wrong." It's like you fucking should have to because it optically looks like
Yeah, but I mean,
like you're a pedophile.
you know, he like I can understand like how fucked up his childhood is. Like he just wants to have fun and like live out childhood moments that he never had. So,
Right.
you know,
Just an
from his
optics thing, though.
perspective.
At least stop having the sleepovers. Like,
Well, still, I mean, I get his perspective that he shouldn't have to, and if he enjoys it so much, right? Like he had a lot of issues with depression and crap.
well, it's a risk you have to take, and obviously it didn't pay off because you can't trust these families that just want to like get money from you and stuff. So,
I don't know if you could say it's a risk that didn't pay off. Like the guy was massively wealthy, so even going through some of the stuff.
I mean, pay off for his life. Like he ended up going crazy because people kept on taking advantage of him. Not in terms of money.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
I'm not
what
really
the deal still
interested in
was
having
pretty well.
sleepovers with kids personally. But
Neither am I. Seems like a niche kind of interest.
sleepovers
Pan
with
type
cats are nice,
figures.
though. I do that every night.
I can't have sleepovers with my cat because she is not super affectionate.
Gummy's really cuddly.
Yeah, Moonpie's not very
He
cuddly.
always comes to bed and we cuddle.
He's very he's a chungus.
Yeah, he's a chungish. I love my chumbish.
Where is he? He's usually on the stream.
Yeah. He hasn't been coming down as much lately over the last few weeks. He's just been laying in bed. I don't know
I
if
like
that
your Michael
has
Jackson video,
something
Kat.
to do with his
Oh, thank you.
automatic feeder.
Maybe. He thought he was sick for a while.
Well, I thought he was constipated, and turns out he wasn't. I just forgot that I scooped up his cat poop. But no,
Oh.
he wasn't constipated. He was fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a relief. I remember you were stressed.
Yeah.
You were stressed about that and other stuff.
Yeah, I fed him like half a tin of wet cat food because I thought he didn't shit, and then I asked Isaac the next day. And then Isaac reminded me, no, I saw you clean his litter box. You must have just forgot.
Someone in the chat said I like your Michael Jackson video, Pat. I made that video years ago. I can't believe anyone remembers. Like saying that he was innocent and explaining why. And I went through all the court docs and everything. He is so obviously innocent of any like sexual
The
abuse
biggest
claim.
thing
Like,
is
it's
just
hilarious.
no one testified against him. Like none of the
Yeah.
kids said anything happened. So
Yeah, no, they all loved him. He's like, who wouldn't? He'd
Yeah.
like take them out to Toy World and just like buy whatever you want. He bought them like houses in some cases, their parents. He was a bit of an idiot. When
And
I read this, I'm like, what?
I don't see any of these kids being motivated to lie just because they're treated so well. Like you know, if like some rich celebrity,
Yeah.
like I don't know, took me to some theme park and we had tons of fun, bought me stuff, and then he touched my willy. Like, I'd say, yeah, he touched my willy at the end of the day.
I don't endorse that. And I saw recently that Jordan, so the first case of like claims of sexual abuse against him by this kid's father, the kid's name was Jordan, and recently someone saw him at a party and like talked about it online. It was like a college, like a person that went to his college and was like kind of friends with him, and said he was like dancing to MJ's music and like wearing a shirt by him and everything's like, wow, he's like, it really seems like a sexual abuse victim, rocking out to his music and like, you know, rocking his shirts and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, it's so fucked that people are still talking about that horse shit to this day.
Yeah, I just hate the idea you can say whatever you want about someone publicly now, and like we all have to believe it, whether it's a
Yeah.
man or like in this case, it's two men who just want money.
Mm-hmm.
I might get going in a few minutes.
Okay.
I'll wait till it gets to exactly 1 o'clock because that's what I said,
Okay.
and I have OCD. So
Okay. Oh, Dodo donated $3. Speaking
Hey,
of cats,
speaking of cats, VG.
Video unavailable. It's not available in my region. It's about a mountain lion cub with
Or
missing
Feldman as well,
toes
yeah, him as
rescued.
well.
If you can find me a link that's available in my region, I can watch it. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo. If I ever found like what I thought was a kitten and it turned out to be a mountain lion kitty, I just feed it vegan cat food. and keep him. Until the law catches up with me or something. I'd probably have to go through a lot
love
of
to
vegan
have
cat food.
a big tiger or something. That would
Dude,
be
imagine
sick.
the amount of vegan cat food you'd have to feed a big mountain lion.
A lot.
Gummy eats a lot, and I go through cat food enough as it is, but imagine a cat like 10 times bigger than Gummy.
Can big cats be vegan? Like the really big ones? I feel like they're probably
I don't
at the
see why
moment
not.
at least.
There was the vegetarian lion.
Was he completely vegetarian though? Like I think they gave him supplements that had some kind of meat in it.
Maybe. Like, but again, if you're giving them food that's nutritionally complete, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. Because, like,
I don't-
house cats are obligate carnivores, so if you can feed them
Mhm.
vegan, it's like basically the same animal, just smaller.
There's no difference in anatomy or anything?
No, they're just bigger.
Smaller? Okay, I don't know enough about this. The mainstream science seems to say that they can't be vegan.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not an
has
expert,
anybody
and I don't
fucking
want-
fed a fucking tiger vegan cat food?
Well,
Like,
they
I
probably
just
wanna
don't see...
Try. Doesn't might die.
Like, I just don't logically see why it would be an issue. Because if the food's nutritionally complete and they can digest it, presumably,
I,
like, it'd be
like
fine.
your cats are fine, but then I know other people that like maybe they didn't do it properly and the vegan cat wasn't very healthy or like died very early or something. I'm not like I don't know that much about this stuff, so I don't want to have a strong view on it.
Yeah, like, I know there's some people who made their own vegan cat food and tried to put supplements in it, and that
It's
didn't
like grass
work
and
out.
some carrots. Yeah, right. Make
But,
your own vegan cat. That sounds like the worst idea.
But yeah, like, if you just get a vegan cat food, like, maybe tigers need a higher proportion of certain amino acids or vitamins or something, but
Yeah.
I don't see why you wouldn't be able to formulate vegan tiger food or something.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I really don't know shit, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Well, maybe one day we'll figure it out. I'll find a mountain lion cub on the side of the road. You know what, though? I really love you. You are my pet
Me?
pat. I'm gonna pet pat.
I'm gonna pet my cat. I'm gonna pet my cat.
Mhm.
That's addictive when you start saying it fast.
Pet
I'm gonna
pat.
pet my cat. I'm gonna pet my pet. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pet Pat.
I love how your name's Pat. It's the perfect name. I forgot my name of Cation Donny Chillers. How's this e-date going? Pretty damn good. Thanks for the donation, dude.
At the start, someone goes, "Wow, this date's very public."
Yeah.
I hate David Lynch. Why? I really like
It
David
actually
Lynch.
got a little too public. You know what 21st said? He said,
Don't tell me if it's gonna be like in the red category.
it's not going to be in the red.
Okay, it's either gonna
he
be in the
mentioned
orange. Then just
something
tread
about
carefully.
you liking when we fight.
Well,
So
no, okay,
apparently
you can tell me.
something was in the messages mentioned that.
Oh my god, is there like a full-on conversation that he saw?
I don't think so, because he only
Leave
mentioned
shit
that.
on your screen.
I did.
Can you ask him? Hello, 21st. Did you see anything like super private?
I don't think he did
I hope
because
he
he
didn't
mentioned
screenshot
it.
it or something. Now he's gonna like blackmail us with a screenshot.
I'm pretty sure he'd mention it if he saw anything too explicit.
Yeah, I enjoy fighting because I enjoy debating. That's what it was.
Yes.
What it was was the actual donation something like more specific or what?
I can't remember. I think it was along those lines that you like it when we fight or something.
Okay, as long as it wasn't anything like really specific or
Look, it's like any reasonable person opening up fucking Zoom isn't gonna figure it's just gonna automatically open to like a bunch of chat messages from a previous chat, okay? I know now I'm not going to do it again. I'll open Zoom on a different screen or whatever, but, you know.
It's just like not my fault at all.
Yeah, I know.
It's like,
Bend Over donated $3. I caught Shades recently. It's a deadly disease, and I only have months to live. Goodbye, Vegan Gains and Pat. It was nice knowing you guys. Is Shades like AIDS, but something different? Well, good luck with that. Thanks for the donation, Ben.
have you seen any of David Lynch's films? Someone in your chat mentioned they're so weird, and like I really like them. He did this one called Blue Velvet, and then Inland Empire as well.
Haven't seen any of David Lynch's stuff. Like I've seen clips of Eraserhead, and I just couldn't watch it because there's that like weird, gross, ugly baby in it.
Oh, I haven't seen Eraserhead, but Inland Empire was good, and Mulholland Drive. And I think you'd like Blue Velvet. They're just like strange, fucked up movies. I don't know why he thinks the way he does, but yeah. It's like, and Lana Del Rey's in it way before she was like famous. And when she became famous, I'm like, oh, she was in the David Lynch film. She does a little singing duet thing. Just read the plot line. It's just weird. It's a
Heard of
really
Mulholland
interesting
Drive.
director. Yeah, you'd like that too.
All right, I'll check that out. I think my favorite movie... It's hard to pinpoint. It's either like Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, I like Blade Runner.
Ghost in the Shell, the anime movie, not the stupid Scarlett Johansson one.
I really liked her. She was in her. There's her voice.
Yeah, or Akira, the anime.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably those three.
My favorite movie is A Few Good Men. And then
Yeah.
everything else is just second to that.
I'm surprised. There's no male kiss scene in it, is there?
No.
Or
But
scene
there's not
where
many
a
male
bunch of dudes are in the shower, inexplicably.
It's top. Anyways, 1 o'clock.
Well, we are
you gonna
planning
game
on
us something?
cloning myself.
Yeah, then I can have
Then you can have 2 vegan Gainses in the shower.
all right, I'm gonna go.
All right.
I will I got work tomorrow. Yeah, and I'll prepare for class now. But it was really fun streaming and talking to the peeps.
All right. Love you, baby.
And I hope you enjoy the rest of your stream. I love you
Yeah.
too.
Hope you enjoy the
Bye.
rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you later.
Just to make sure. Okay. Your favorite movie is Dougal 2006. I don't know if I've ever heard of Dougal.
Tight circles in Middle Village, Queens, as a crowd stands just feet away, watching the chaos unfold. Dozens of cars took over the intersection overnight.
So as we enter month 5 of New York City's communist revolution, gangs are taking over large swaths of the city. And although there have been several high-profile takedowns in recent weeks, this is America's largest sanctuary, and for every criminal organization we eliminate, 10 others rear up in its place. And for some reason, nobody running this place seems to have a problem with that.
Officers put 18-year-old Jaden Velasquez in handcuffs and then took his gun, hitting him with multiple charges, including criminal possession of a weapon.
Police say they got multiple 911 calls. Most drivers took off, but not before 3 people jumped onto a marked police car, cracking the windshield, then speeding off.
For the last 3 years, 2 prominent gangs have terrorized the Brownsville community. Today, the Brooklyn DA and the NYPD announced Operation Crossfire, a 3-year-long takedown.
Whoops. I forgot. To reposition things. There we go.
That's all 36 alleged Brownsville gang members arrested.
You guys should play Overcooked together. Is that weird? Oh, right. I'd rather play, like Gears of War or something with her.
Arrested.
Breakdown of the gang members arrested on 9 Bloods, 2 Crips, 3 MS-13, 1 Zopound, which is a Haitian gang.
Those kids was running between the cars.
Scary to see that.
The NYPD says it's now looking for at least 8 people for reckless endangerment.
Just hours later, on the same day, officers chased 24-year-old Jeremiah Marks before eventually recovering another gun, hitting him with that same charge, criminal possession of a weapon.
So as New York does what it can to keep as many criminals on the streets as possible, it's trying to lock up its police. And what nobody in charge wants to admit is that every criminal here's gotten the memo, and that's why we've got gangs and criminals all over the place, running around in broad daylight, committing crimes that should wind them up in jail, but don't, and instead only result in an arrest. And when these folks get out, we're now finding out what they do in the evening, which...
Yep, Mike donated $2. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yep. That is a very astute observation. I'll send that to Pat. She'd probably like that. It's all a joke, you know. Thanks for the donation, Mike.
Which is even more frightening, because the area of New York that got destroyed by this recent takeover, not only has this sort of thing happened over there before, but this is like a nice...
I think I played It Takes Two before. Is that the rope game? Or no, that's a different one. I haven't played that one. There's some game where you're like rope people. Can't remember what. I think it was Entangled. No. Something. I can't remember the one where you're rope people.
Residential working class area. And when you watch this footage, you've got to understand that we now have a critical mass of fugitives living.
You know, it's a good anime that not a lot of people know of. Elfenlied. Or Elfenlied. What really makes that anime is the psychopath in the anime. That guy was hilarious.
In New York, fugitives who don't just want to steal a car and destroy it in the middle of an intersection, but who also loot and raid businesses, engage in turf wars, and run criminal operations right under the noses of our police, who might stop some of them, but it's never enough. And the real reason for this is New York's revolving door justice system. It is so notorious. We've now got criminals who come to New York to commit crimes they're too afraid to commit where they live, which perfectly explains why our streets are being overrun with lawlessness. At the exact same time, the police, they're under assault from the very legal system that is supposed to protect them and that they're a part of. We're literally persecuting officers who do their jobs and protect the general public, which has them paralyzed. Meanwhile, the people who should be behind bars aren't and are out on the streets like this.
Officers put 18-year-old Jaden Velasquez in handcuffs and then took his gun, hitting him with multiple charges, including criminal possession of a weapon.
It's a good thing they caught that guy. I hope they can get more.
Yeah, I hope they can catch more people like that too. That guy was just 18 years old. He didn't just wake up one day and become like that. There's a criminal track record here, and it's not an isolated incident.
Just hours later, on the same day, April 3rd, officers chased 24-year-old Jeremiah Marks before eventually recovering another gun, hitting him with that same charge, criminal possession of a weapon.
You know, people love...
What's the deal with the rubber bands around the grip?
Charge.
I've seen a lot of people do that. That is like the stupidest shit imaginable. Like, Glocks have a grip. Like, they have rubberized grips. Why would you put rubber bands around it to get a better grip? Like, it's stupid.
Criminal possession of a weapon.
You know, people love to say, oh, when you see a crime report in New York, oh, that doesn't affect the majority of people. Listen, the majority of people who were on the streets in that part.
Yeah, like, I don't get it, though. Like, more grip. Like, the grip is made of rubber. And it just makes it awkward to fucking hold. It's just retarded.
Town, we're all in danger because you had 2 gang members running around, possibly looking for each other. We don't know. But now the question is, where is the mayor right now? What's he up to?
Alone, we are curious. Who's feeling curious? Me! Are you curious about the next page? Yeah! Let's get there.
Nice segue. Who's made a sandcastle before?
From the bus go round and round, all through the
I wonder why they didn't invite President Biden to sing Wheels on the Bus. I thought he was one of the cool kids. Regardless, birds of a feather flock together. Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with singing to school children for the cameras.
Obama doesn't come off as a commie. I think it's just because...
And a highly orchestrated publicity stunt. But some of New York City's plans for these childcare operations may help criminals stay here and make them feel comfortable in our city.
I haven't been to Brampton in quite a while. I have a buddy that lives out in Brampton. I've been there a few times. He lives in a really nice neighborhood in Brampton. And I went to Brampton once a few years ago to pick up a used PlayStation 4. That was quite a while ago now. Or no. Yeah, it was a PS4, not a PS5. And I didn't run in, like, again, I was just in and out, and I didn't see too many Indians or anything, but I haven't hung around, like, the city of Brampton. Sleepy, you don't need $2.
Eric, aren't you kind of contradicting yourself because you're saying not to follow bodybuilders, but you literally promote Mike Mincer? What you guys have to understand about Mike Mincer is he was essentially the black sheep of the fitness industry. He was going against the grain and actually trying to sway people away from doing steroids and basically...
What the fuck is he talking about? This guy didn't know how to use steroids. Like, literally didn't know how. He would literally just do nandrolone. He would inject 300 milligrams nandrolone phenylpropionate 3 days a week, which I do not understand that fucking dosing schedule. Really weird. I don't even think he necessarily timed it around training days. He was training more than 3 days a week, and he'd just inject nandrolone phenylpropionate 3 days a week. And it's also phenylpropionate. It's like a very short-acting ester. It's kind of in and out of your system. And nandrolone-only cycles make you go nuts. People who do that, like, develop mental health issues. And sure enough, he had a fuck ton of mental health issues. That guy was in and out of mental hospitals all the fucking time, had severe depression. He ended up getting addicted to crystal meth. I don't know where the fuck he got the idea that he was trying to steer people away from steroids. Larry Pollock, who lived with Mike Mincer, I think it was when he was in his teens. He got Larry Pollock, who I think at the time was either in his teens or early 20s. He got Larry Pollock to drive him around and buy him crystal meth. And they would shoot up nandrolone together.
Saying unless you're planning to commit your life to bodybuilding, there's literally no reason to do steroids. And
no, there's plenty of reasons to do steroids. You don't have to be a bodybuilder to do steroids.
So most of these guys that are on juice are getting their results from the juice with no kind of philosophy whatsoever. They don't know how they got their results. They got their results from taking so many drugs.
Now that I'm on steroids, I've completely flipped my opinion on this. Being on steroids makes it easier to find out what kind of training works best. When you're natural, it takes so fucking long to actually grow and get stronger. And it takes years and years to actually figure out, like, what a good overall training system is for you. And, like, if you make any adjustments to your training, like, you're not going to know if it's really productive until a long time down the road, like at least, several months, if not, like, again, close to a year, for you to really know if, like, what you're doing is actually productive or if you're, like, spinning your wheels. When you're on gear, you just grow so fucking quickly, and you'll notice when you change your training or your diet, it magnifies your progress, right? So if your training kind of, like, is mid-tier, and then you change your training around and it's better, like, because that progress you're making is magnified because of the steroids, you'll know within, like, a couple weeks, oh, yeah, this is better. Like, your arms will literally grow half a fucking inch in only a few weeks because you added in, like, a different bicep exercise, or you changed your technique on a certain lift, or you changed the rep range or something. So I would say it's way easier to tell if you're doing productive training if you're on steroids versus if you're natural, just because it magnifies what you're actually doing. So rather than gaining, like 2-3 pounds of muscle in a year, you gain 2-3 pounds of muscle in, like, a week or two. And then you'll figure out right then, oh yeah, this is fucking working. It's like, this guy doesn't even do steroids, so, like, how the fuck would he know? Like, Callus donated $2. Pat seems really cool. Happy for you guys. Question for you both: if you had to pick a medieval weapon for a duel, which one would you pick? Well, duels are normally, I don't, like, are there polearm duels? Like, a polearm would be an ideal weapon because, like, they just rape. If you're up against somebody with a sword and you're allowed to use a polearm, the polearm just will annihilate somebody with a sword. So if I'm against somebody with a sword, I'm picking the polearm. If you can choose any weapon, like, again, you just go with a polearm because it's going to be the best weapon. If it had to be a sword, and you're allowed to use a shield, then yeah, you'd go with a sword and a shield combo. So, like, a hand and a half sword or bastard sword, whatever you want to call it, and a nice big shield. And if you can only use only use a sword, no shield, then just a two-handed sword. So something like a claymore that's, nice and fast, straight blade. Also pretty decent for thrusts. Thanks for the donation, Callus. I don't know what she'd pick.
Just training 6-7 days a week, doing as much as they can. And it's like, if you go try to take that advice yourself, good luck. Don't blindly take advice from someone just because they're jacked. Like, what is their philosophy? Eric, aren't you kind of contradicting me?
So this guy has no clue what he's fucking talking about. Yeah, Mike Menser got... I could be wrong. Larry Pollock might have been like 20 or like 21 at the time, but I'm pretty sure he was either like 18 or 19. And he got this young kid who's in his teens to help him pick up crystal meth and would shoot up nandrolone with him. I don't know where he got the idea that he was against anybody using steroids. He wasn't. He was a steroid user himself. He got teenage kids to do steroids with him. Yeah, on top of that, you'll know very fucking quickly on steroids if your training is productive. If your training is unproductive, again, it's much easier to tell on steroids versus not.
These are programs for every single New Yorker. These are not programs that are going to ask the immigration status of any one of the children. All of those children are New Yorkers. They should all be enrolled in pre-K and 3K.
Right, so if you want to go full communism, the best place to do it is in a sanctuary city where everybody believes that the border is a bad thing and where you've got leaders who believe in spending an unlimited amount of money on an unlimited number of people. That's going to bankrupt this place fast, and it's happening, and while it does, the quality of our police force is deteriorating just as quickly. Oh, look at this. We have something happening in the subway. We have 3 police trying to restrain 1 suspect. Oh. Wow. Yeah. He doesn't look like he's gonna go down. Yeah, oh. Now look, of course these police, between the 3 of them, have the tools to make this arrest and keep this person safe. But they put themselves in danger by resisting arrest and winding up in the subway system in an area where you're not supposed to be, and they put the general public in danger because this person has now escaped and is free and just got away with resisting arrest. But if you're an officer in this
3 officers versus 1 dude, and he just gets away. Yeah, that's great.
City, is the legal system gonna back you up if you use the tools at your disposal to ensure that you place that person?
Nope. As soon as that guy attacks you with a knife and you shoot him, you're getting locked up in New York.
Under arrest and keep people safe? It might not. And that does nothing but empower criminals. If criminals know that they can treat the police like this and the police aren't going to do anything because they're terrified and they don't have qualified immunity, they can get sent to jail if they make an arrest that some prosecutor here who's already sympathetic to criminals thinks needs to be prosecuted. I mean, this is a public safety nightmare. And then we have the mayor commenting on a recent altercation with police where someone resisted arrest and the officers did take that person down. They arrested this person, the footage was all over the internet, and you know what? Some people didn't like it and they said these officers need to be taken off the streets, not the criminals. Let's not take them off the streets while they're destroying a private business, struggling with police, putting everybody at risk. Nope, let's let that continue. That is a huge problem. That tells criminals that they got a get out of jail free card because they're not even headed to jail.
I'm on the road going county to county across New York, doing law enforcement roundtables, sitting down with sheriffs, local police, prosecutors, defenders, and corrections officers to talk about what's actually happening in every county across New York.
Every county.
New York's soft on crime policies.
Nigga, you wish
are
Keno Body was your friend growing up so you could hang out at his mansion and have epic pool parties.
I did not like parties, so that part, no. Hang out at the mansion, that'd be cool. Thanks for the donation, 21st.
are so well known that we're actually importing crime.
Great.
Criminals come in from out of state, steal from New Yorkers, and get away with it. You know why? Because even if they get arrested here, they get released the same
Criminal
day.
tourism.
It's ridiculous. We're inviting criminals from out of state to victimize New Yorkers.
That's our system. That's what a revolving door system of jails and judges and courts.
And that's Canada. That is literally what Canada is right now. The fucking liberals just let out the criminals, and then, oh, what do you know? Firearms violence has doubled. How could that have happened?
It actually does. If people know that they can come here and do something, they're going to take their chances in a place where the consequences don't exist before trying to commit crime anywhere else. And if you're a gang that wants to run the streets somewhere, well, might as well try here because nothing's going to happen to you, apparently. Apparently, you can come here and join a gang and you got all kinds of freedom you might not have in a place like Florida, for example, or even New Jersey. Look at this.
Those people.
You're watching people run out after a smash and grab.
Wow.
That's exactly what police say happened here last Thursday afternoon inside the Gucci store at the Woodbury Common Premium Outlets in Central Valley.
Give me 1 second here.
Exclusive video given to News 12 shows the suspects running, the display case shattered, and the designer bags gone while people stand by in shock. Police say 3 men and a woman broke the display case, stole more than a dozen handbags worth about $30,000.
Now, why is this notable? Obviously, $30,000, that's a pretty big heist, but guess where this is? Woodbury Commons is an hour north of New York City. It's in New York. But the criminals, where do you think they were from? They could have been from New York, but as you're about to see, they were imported.
And then ran off from the store. Authorities tell me the group drove toward New Jersey, where Newark police spotted them in their getaway car.
Wow.
They say that led to a wild chase, with the suspects even driving on sidewalks to get away. The car, believed to be a rental, was later found abandoned in Irvington.
Wow, so you got these criminals who are committing crime in New York and escaping to New Jersey. Why aren't they committing all of these crimes where they live in Newark? It's simple. There are less consequences if they get caught in New York doing something like this. And it's the goal of the legal system to take whatever you did and downgrade it. If it's a felony, let's try to make that a misdemeanor, unless, of course, you're President Trump, then your misdemeanor becomes a felony. But their goal here is to set people free. Their goal here is to minimize crime stats, because if you take felonies and you downgrade them, they're not felonies anymore, and the crime stats look better, and we have less crime. Yeah, and now we should decriminalize things because we got all these people out there committing misdemeanors, and why are we policing misdemeanors? You see, we've got this slippery slope, which starts with handicapping the police and then ends with decriminalizing actions that should actually be felonies and get downgraded.
It looks like a scene out of a Fast and Furious movie, but it is in Hollywood. It's Middle Village, Queens, just last night.
Spectators watched on as nearly 100 cars commandeered the intersection of 69th Street and Elliott Avenue, along with drivers doing donuts around a ring of fire lit in the middle of the road.
Police tell us they were on the scene within a minute to break up the...
What do you think the political views are of the people engaged in this behavior? Do you think these are law and order types? Or do you think these are individuals who hold different views than that? And do you think that explains why they're not afraid of the police, why they're willing to destroy an otherwise peaceful neighborhood, put everybody at risk, take over intersections, and just bring lawlessness to a place that was asleep at the time this happened? This was like 2 a.m.
We heard screeching and screeching. It actually woke us up, and then we ran to the side window and just continuously, just like, you smell like the rubber.
It was pure automotive mayhem.
Yeah. They were set up, like just waiting to take their turn in and out of the gas station.
As several cars shut down the intersection at 69th Street and Elliott Avenue in Maspeth around 1:45 this morning.
And they started a fire, which I think is insane, by a gas station. That's so, idiotic to do that.
The chaos did not stop there. Police say shortly after they arrived and dispersed the illegal car meetup, 3 people jumped on the hood of a marked police car and cracked the windshield.
So they attacked the police. The police showed up quickly to do something about this, and then the criminals attacked the police. Now, what's going to give them the courage to attack the police? The fact that they know they're in New York, the fact that they know they're in a place where the police can't do anything, where you can scream at the police and resist them and run away, and they're not even going to chase after you because they don't want the legal system that they're a part of to chase after them. and to put them in jail next to you.
Detectives spent much of the day looking for clues to track the suspects down, stopping at homes and businesses for surveillance. Community members say they're concerned.
Somebody could have hit the shop. They could have crashed into the gas station.
No, I'm not into moisturizer or anything. I don't use that. I haven't found a sunscreen that doesn't give me rashes. Otherwise, I would wear sunscreen. But all the sunscreens I've used, it gives me a bad rash. I was thinking of trying Melanotan 2 for the summer. The only problem with Melanotan 2 is it gives you erections. And they're like weird erections where you don't even have to get aroused. You just get random boners. So if you have like, you know, light summer shorts on, you're going to pitch a tent and everybody's going to see. Arnold Schwarzenegger's existence kind of disproved what Mike Mentzer said about muscle building. How did Arnold build muscle if high volume training doesn't work? Well, yeah. And Ronnie Coleman trained with very, very high volumes, very heavy weights, very high intensity, like everything cranked up to max. He's the most massively muscular human being who's ever existed. And like, you can just try for yourself. You can try Mike Mentzer's style of training. Like, it's not that you won't grow from it. Like, you know, exercise is exercise. Like, if you train hard, you'll make progress, but you can compare Mike Mentzer's training to just doing a bit more volume. I can guarantee you 99% of people are going to grow more from doing higher volumes.
Councilman Phil Wong's office was flooded with calls. He says he's been in touch with the NYPD.
From what I heard, they ran through some plates and they are fake plates.
Oh, yeah, exactly. There's no progressive tool out there. I'm so glad they brought this up. There's no progressive tool out there that is going to take the place of a jail and a jumpsuit. We can have license plate readers, we can have cameras, we can have monitoring systems, but if it doesn't result in a consequence, criminals are going to evade that thing. The same thing goes for laws and harsher penalties for crimes that are, again, supposed to be felonies, but get downgraded. You see, that's why they pass a law and it's like, oh, it doesn't apply. We don't think they actually did that thing. We're going to charge them with something else that we really know we can get a conviction on. Maybe we can't convict them because we don't have the willpower on a felony charge, but oh, that misdemeanor, jaywalking, well, that's actually legal now. But you see the problem with what we've got here.
Those kids was running between the cars.
Scary to see that.
The NYPD says it's now looking for at least 8 people for reckless endangerment in connection with the drag racing. Council member Phil Wong says Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch told him Tuesday in a private meeting that 2 of the vehicles have been impounded. He also claimed Tisch said an NYPD task force set up to address the issue was responding to a different car meetup that night in the 110th precinct.
Oh, so we have so much crime going on here that when the police are over here at this precinct stopping this, we got the exact same thing over here and we don't have enough police because we got more crime than we got cops. That's a big problem. That just shows these criminals that there's safety in numbers, and when anybody gets caught, what happens? There's no consequence. So they're not only not afraid of the police when they show up, the police may not be able to show up because they're preoccupied. What a wonderful system. This makes these task forces totally useless.
Only 1 car responded, which is not enough, and then you cannot stop anybody with a crowd of 100 cars, you know,
they all
with
got
one
away.
patrol car.
The NYPD said it made multiple arrests in the other meetup and that officers responded to the scene in Wong's district within 1 minute of receiving 911 calls and immediately began dispersing the gathering.
Wong says it was a productive meeting and that he and the commissioner talked about increasing patrols.
But here's the problem. Those patrols, all they're gonna do is chase away the criminals who invariably return to the scene of the crime and come back. Look at this. It says they have a long-standing aggressive plan to deter and stop this. But deter means your plan is so good, people don't plan these things anymore. And here they are planning 2 of them at the exact same time to throw the police off who are totally overwhelmed. And if you want to talk about a lack of deterrence, check this out. If the only thing criminals are worried about our jails and jumpsuits, we're about to have less jails and less people in jumpsuits because the mayor says he doesn't want to have Rikers Island around. Now, is that place perfect?
If you have a problem with Rikers Island, but you have this idea of let's just, like, money grows on trees, we can just add funding to whatever we want. Why doesn't he just add funding to the prison system to make it more hospitable?
Perfect, absolutely not. Using the Rikers Island jail is now illegal after August 31st next year. However, look at this. The jails that are supposed to replace this facility, these borough-based jails, $13 billion is what they're going to cost. They haven't even built them yet. So they're going to close the jail we have and eventually put people in jails that don't exist. Boy, we're going to have criminals roaming the streets for a long time. We already do. And
It's all part of their plan, dude. Again, he wants to shut down Rikers, not build the prisons because he just wants criminals to do whatever the fuck they want. These people are delusional, psychotic whack jobs, and they're deliberately trying to destroy society. Bond Leon. I think there were some cool gameplay modifiers. Modular chapter skip. That's a good one. PC is so fucking awesome, dude. I don't know how people can play fucking games on their dumb baby console. What's this text one? Modular chapter skip. Oh, that's required for all options. $10 W China. Illegal to cut costs. That's very weird specific wording. Buddy, if any country needs AI to take over human labor, it's fucking China. I think this has more to do with maintaining basically the CCP's control over people. Because if you have a large amount of people who aren't working and are basically getting a UBI, they're probably just going to overthrow the CCP. But if they're basically burdened with ridiculous work hours and they're exhausted and desperate, they're probably just easier to control. That's what I think this is about. Thanks for the donation, though, Ten. That doesn't sound like a good thing to me. Invisible charms. Is there another pump action? How have I not seen that? Wait, let me just see some of the weapon mods. Feel like I need to pee. Oh, fuck. Hey, Sentinel-9. Hey, Beretta PX4 Storm. That's a cool one. Let's go with the black one. Nope. I ain't buying a console when GTA 6 comes out. Ain't no fucking point buying a shitty ass console for a shitty ass game. Retro weapons pack. I like that. Yeah, that MP5 SSD looks sick. Some of these are fucking cool. Makarov PB. I actually dig that. Wait, what did I just do? I dig that. Don't think I'm gonna install that right now. What is this? 338. Yeah, why not? Fuck. You're at Planet Fitness. Have you been kicked out for being too loud yet? Or wearing gym clothes, like a tank top? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's hilarious. SIG P320. I wonder if they made it realistic where the gun just goes off on its own. That's a neat looking gun. I won't install some of these right now, but I'm going to change some of these. Just because it's cool. Flashlight, no flashlight. I think I'll use no flashlight. I wish Canada was more like the US with gun laws. Dude, it's just so gay and cucked. Okay, I have to take a poop. I am going to be right back, but I gotta go poo-poo first. Just give me a minute. Ugh. Oh, man. Oh. That was a good shit. All right.
If I lifted consistently for 5 years, then took 5 or more years off, then got back into it, would I get newly gains again?
If I lifted consistently for 5, then took 5 or more years off, and get back into it. There is a thing called muscle memory. So yeah, you'd very quickly rebuild the muscle that you lost. Thanks for the donation, failed faggot. Options. R9. Did I download that twice? Why is that copying? That's weird. Makarov. Yeah, it's copying, not moving. That's really weird. I don't know what that is. EU zip. Uninstall that. Sometimes these are in weird spots. Vegan guy, donated 735.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 balloons. A black balloon inside a clear balloon, inside another clear balloon. I hope you can see that. This was a suggestion from one of my students. Question being, can I influence the middle balloon, the black one, without influencing the other 2? My answer is, I don't know. I haven't tried before, so we're going to have a go. If I can get this to sit here without blowing away. There's quite a bit of breeze out here at the moment. Let's see. So the answer is yes. If you can see that in there. Influence the middle balloon, the black one, without influencing the other two. My answer is, I don't know. I haven't tried before, so we're going to have a go. If I can get this to sit here without a bit of breeze out here at the moment.
Okay, he has magic powers. Thanks for the donation, vegan guy. Why is that not, that's weird. It's not showing the weapon mods I added. What the fuck? That's really weird. Vegan guide on 735. At the bottom. What? Okay, I get it. Okay, his magic. He can bend spoons. Thanks for that donation. Am I retarded? I don't see... Yo, what up? I don't know why that's not working. I have no fucking idea. Maybe it's under... No, it's not under framework. That's annoying. Places the SSM 232. Is that the alligator snapper? I'm assuming that's the alligator snapper. Alright. We'll go with that.
I just got back from Jamaica and when I was there I was getting multiple Tinder matches every day from beautiful women with big juicy butts and it was easier to meet and talk to women there. Now back in America it's like the opposite on all fronts.
Yeah, it's too bad. Jamaican girls sound nice. Thanks for the donation, Animal Liberation.
Welcome.
So is there... It's weird. When I look at some of the mod lists, there's like a longer shotgun. Is that a unlock you get for doing other stuff? Actually, it's already 12. I'm just gonna try to get to bed. I'm gonna try to wake up early, and get a stream, like a workout stream done, like before 12, ideally, maybe 8 or 9, and then I'm gonna try to stream at like around 6 and keep that as my normal schedule. But yeah, we're gonna do a back bicep workout tomorrow. I'll try to do it in the actual morning. And then I'll try to stream pretty early, like around 6, or maybe even a bit earlier, like 4 or 5. But big thanks to everybody who donated on Streamlabs. Really appreciate it. Do you have an ADHD diagnosis? No. I might have ADHD, but I'm not sure. But thanks again, everybody. Hope you all had fun, and I will see you all tomorrow. Sweet dreams.